the first one I had was at a CrossFit competition that I was filming, and I was dragging ass. And my buddy Justin, who owns Jomo CrossFit or whatever, he's like, "You need something to drink?" He hands me a Ghost. Yeah, you can pull it. Yeah. Hands me a Ghost, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Just felt so good.
Are you recording already?
I am recording.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. I kind of did away with the whole intro. And,
Oh, you did?
yeah. I don't know. People get it. And I watch other podcasts, and I'm always thinking like, how do they do it, and what do they do? And it's like not many people introduce.
Have an intro. Only Joe Rogan has an intro.
No, he doesn't. And that's the only podcast I'm thinking of is Rogan.
He does too have an intro. Does it not?
Well, like the guest, like it'll play his logo and I'm like, da-na-na-na-na. And then at that point, they're pretty much talking.
Oh, okay.
He's like, "Thanks for coming on," or they're like in the middle of a conversation, kind of like we are, or whatever. So, but welcome to the podcast, Chris Gregory. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
Oh man, I'm glad to be here. A lot of work's been going on since the last show, since the last time we were on here. So yeah, Synergy's blown up since then. Yeah,
a year ago.
So, oh man, I don't even know how many shows we've done since then, but it's been a lot.
God, at least 5, 6, 7, maybe. I mean,
oh yeah,
maybe more 10.
Oh, for sure. Since the last time I was on here, at least 10.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, so it's because we're on what 21, Synergy 21.
Yeah, next one's 21.
Crazy.
Man. It's crazy, and honestly, it's like growing. Honestly, as a matchmaker, there's always those points in the card where you're like, man, like you match like 10 fights, and then the last like 3 are always like the toughest,
The top 3?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the pros are the toughest to match anymore these days. There's so many like rising amateurs that like my card's full already, amateur wise.
Yeah,
like June 21st, the Synergy 21, it has 15 to 16 amateur fights right now.
What?
And 3 pro fights. Yeah.
That's gonna be a long night,
dude. It's a long
for me.
And I still have to book. And I still have to book 2 more. And
some of them will fall out.
We'll lose some of those, and we always do. So
right.
That's why I book so many. Last time I had 17. I think we ended up with 12.
Did you really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
That's just how it goes. Regional MMA is like that. And if you watch the UFC, it's the same exact thing.
Right.
People don't understand that sometimes. The fans don't understand that sometimes. But man, these guys are going through hard fight camps that are mentally and physically draining, and sometimes they back out of fights.
Yeah,
and
sometimes they don't make weight. They get hurt.
There's so many issues that could come up in the sport. You know what I mean?
It's just actually last time we were in Kansas City. Remember Mason Pillow had like a tooth problem.
Yes.
And it was like a serious.
It was serious.
Yeah.
It's because some of these guys, like Mason Pillow, try to tough it out.
Yeah.
Until weigh-ins, and that's what he tried to do. He was like, "Oh, I thought I was good," and he woke up weigh-in day or the day before weigh-ins, and it was like, he was like, and it was a problem, and then he got injured the next show. So it's been a little while since we've seen Pillow fight. Hopefully, we'll get him on Synergy soon. If not,
not the 21st.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet.
You can do it. You did.
Yeah. I'm not sure about the 21st, but hopefully. No, not yet.
Yeah, no.
Not yet.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
You're in talks with him?
Maybe. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so he's like willing. It's just
he's willing for sure. There's so many willing guys, man. You just got to find the right opponents. And like the one thing about me and Zach is we try to look out for everyone. So like
that's tough.
It's tough, right? So like there's matchups that we probably could make, but some of them are just too soon. You know what I'm saying?
Too soon, like.
Well, these guys still need to build. Some of these younger pros that are 1-0, 0-0, they need to build up a little bit.
They're not ready for that type of competition.
Yeah, and sometimes I put them against tough guys, and really they should be building up a little bit. And sometimes that's just the game. Sometimes you just end up with a tough opponent. You know.
That's the number one thing I've heard. I brought my dad to Synergy last Springfield show.
Yeah.
And other people that have been exposed to Synergy just through me, my stories or whatever, and they come to the show, the number one thing that everybody says, literally everybody, is that the matches are always good. They're good matches. Like there's not, some meth head, which I've seen before, some crackhead looking dude fighting a guy that looks like he should be in the UFC. And gets destroyed. No, they're always so evenly matched, and that's a tribute to you.
Thank you.
You're the matchmaker.
Thank you. I try my best to do it like that, and I think there's, like I've always said, there just has to be a balance, right?
How?
Like,
Like, are you watching footage all day?
well, it's hard to watch debut guys because they've never fought,
Yeah,
right?
true.
So like, you just try to get as close, try to get as much information as you can from the coaches. Most of the time, I got honest coaches telling me whether they're green, whether which means they just started in the sport or whatever,
Right.
and whether they've had some experience wrestling, anything like that.
Yeah.
So if you know that, and you have two coaches that you trust, then you can kind of match those. And then as far as anything other than that, it's like I've watched these guys fight, no matter where they're fighting, right? They could be fighting for Synergy. They could be fighting for any of these other promotions, and I'm going to be watching. And I don't think a lot of other promoters do that, to where I'm watching you no matter where you're at. I'm supporting you no matter where you're at, especially if you fought for me.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you fought for me. Like, I don't care where you fight, man.
Yeah.
Fight. If I can't get you a fight and somebody else can, great. Go fight there. And other promoters don't say the same thing, but, that's how it is.
I mean, that's what's good for the fighter is going to be good for the promoter.
Yeah, man, and you can't lock these guys down. Like a lot of promotions, regional promotions, try to say, "Oh, here's a 4-fight contract, a 4-fight deal."
I feel like the guys up top could do that, but
100%.
The regional,
and a lot of them do, which is fine, and I don't knock them for that. But I just can't. I don't know if I can keep those guys active. I'd hate to sign them for a 4-fight contract, and then something happen, or. I don't know. It's just
sometimes opportunities just appear.
Yeah, exactly. And then they have to come ask me, which a lot of those guys do ask me anyway. They're like, "Hey, is it cool if I go take this fight?" Yeah, sure. As long as they don't have a fight with me within 30 days, I'm cool with it. Or like 35 days, just kind of give me a little leeway or whatever in case they get hurt or something happens. Because a lot of these guys think, "Oh, I'm just going to go in there and whoop somebody's ass," and then they break their hand, right? So they won the fight, but then they come out injured, so then I have to.
Now you're screwed.
Yeah, now I'm working for another opponent, which happens either way. So
Right.
just happens.
It's part of it.
It's part of the game. Man.
Yeah.
It's always like this.
Yeah. So your mind is like going all the time.
All the time.
You're just like puzzle pieces in your
all
head.
the time, dude. All I think about is MMA.
Yeah.
Like literally, sometimes I'll stop MMA for a minute to go video game, and guess what I'm doing? Playing UFC 5.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's just how it is. Like I love it. Yeah. Like ever since I got into it, I've loved it, and I think I'll always do it. And my kids will probably do it just because they're kind of. If you listen to the matchups that they've spit out, and we're talking about like a 7th grader, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about or 7th going into 8th grader. Jackson Tank, he spits out amazing matchups. And I'm like, wow.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Sometimes they'll say it with like different weight classes, or it won't make sense.
Right.
But
Like
you'll be like,
funny.
"Ooh, that sounds kind of good."
Julius Walker versus 3 lightweights. How funny or how cool would that be?
And I don't think
I'll buy that.
We talked about AI being able to take my job. I don't think it ever could.
Yeah.
I think you'd have to feed it so much information that it just would never understand who's available and who's not.
Yeah.
Like I've tried it.
You have?
I have tried it.
What'd you upload?
I actually didn't upload too much. I just said what would be the best regional fights in our region, which they came out with some good ones.
Based off, like, is it MMA Junkies or whatever?
It's I think the best one as far as like looking up records is Tapology for sure. Tapology for sure. It gives you so much information, why the person backed out, if a fight was canceled, why it was canceled. There's just so much information there. And that's also where sometimes I'll go look. It's kind of like a Rolodex, you know. You can just look through there. Obviously, you won't see everything, but you'll see most of their combat sports record is on there. Boxing, MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing. So it's like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
And then the other one is combat reg. So you'll go in there and you'll find just so many different boxers and just athletes, man.
I liked how it listed the promotions. It's like so-and-so fought for Synergy 6, 2017. And like I could click Synergy 6 and see the whole card.
Yeah.
And how everything went. And like, I think that was amazing.
Dude, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tapology is great for sure. It's one of the best sites ever.
Yeah. I wish we would have had that when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fighter. I was a football player, but there's like a recruiting website for football players that like does the same thing, breaks them down by position, region, this guy's from the Midwest and all his stats. And I was like, man, that would be so cool.
Dude, it's awesome. I'm sure it's time consuming as can be too, man. Like to have that site, to have to do all that. And then there's rankings, which I think the rankings are pretty solid too. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously there's some you're like, well, that guy beat that guy, he shouldn't be ranked there, but they're probably going off of numbers or whatever. Right. But man, like it's a solid site.
Yeah. Wait, who operates it? Or
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I like to say his name is Chris something, but I don't want to be
Gregory. Wrong. Is that why you're so tired?
No, it's not.
It takes an incredible amount of work.
No, hell no, hell no. But yeah, man, when I first got into this sport, it wasn't even there. You'd have to go to like MMA.com or mixedmartialarts.com and kind of guess. I mean.
Just guess on what was there. Like,
because sometimes
they fighter in a picture.
Well, they didn't really update stuff so much.
Oh, I see.
And a lot of these guys, back when I first started, it wasn't amateur. They just were pros because that was all there was.
Oh, okay.
So there wasn't like a building process for a lot of these guys.
It was just I started fighting and now I'm professional.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a different world.
Oh yeah.
So when did they start going the difference like amateur and pro?
Whew.
And that's state by state too, isn't it? Like that's
for Missouri, they went to where they weren't sanctioning amateur MMA. Like there was like sanctioning bodies who did that, and then unless there was a pro fight on the card, Missouri didn't have anything to do with it. And finally, they were like, "Hold on, we need to."
What happened?
Yeah,
exactly. In the face?
Exactly. So they brought it all together, and honestly, it's been great for the sport. You don't have those like backwoods promotions kind of. I mean, you still have a few, but
really,
I mean, a little bit. But
like,
no, I mean,
want to name any?
No, I don't.
I'm curious.
I mean, there's just Collision of the Cage, for instance. It was in El Dorado Springs, Missouri. It was just a backwoods promotion. Like,
were they just young or just didn't have a lot of resources?
They just had their group of fighters and they would just call whoever to fight. And they didn't care if they were pregnant. They didn't care if they I'm so serious.
Right.
This is a good story. Yeah. So we'll tell it. So 2 girls were fighting, and before you fight, obviously 2 girls have got to take a pregnancy test.
Do they? Always?
Yes, always.
Wow.
Well, yeah, you want to make sure they're not pregnant. Wow. So even back then, even the backwoods promotion did it. Yeah. But one of the girls ended up being pregnant, finding out, and the promoter was still going to let her fight. And like, I overheard this, and I'm like the media guy, and I'm like the shit starter at the time, and I'm like shit stirrer number 1. Like, I used to basically stir up shit to get people to fight. Anyway, this girl's pregnant, and he still wants her to fight. And I go to the commission, and I'm like, dude, come on, we can't do this.
No.
And it's not the commission at the time. Let me just say that. It's not Missouri. It's a sanctioning body. Yeah. And she's a representative, the person was. And she didn't let her fight, thank God. But it was very close to happening.
Wild.
Very close to happening. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe you would let someone do that. First of all, as a human being, I mean, like that's just POS. That's just a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just like
literally risking a life.
So like I learned a lot of what not to do. Obviously,
you worked for them.
No, I didn't work for them.
You said media guy.
Oh yeah, I went and did media. So
I see.
I did to get in free. Basically, I would just do the results.
Oh, I see.
I just write the results and maybe a little article and put it up on MMA Madhouse, which was huge when we did it. So like MMA Madhouse was like me, Skippy Cohen from the Pacific Northwest. We had people outside the country doing media. Like we were all doing media. We all just kind of started doing our own things. Like Skippy, he was doing construction and it was really taking off for him.
Yeah.
And then for me, like I was actually promoting and matchmaking. So I wasn't going to as many shows as I would like to. Yeah. So it kind of fizzled out a little bit. But man, that site was killer. I mean, it was killer. We'd have results every week. We'd go to shows every week. Yeah, man, it was cool.
That sounds like a good time.
Dude, it was awesome.
Just another week, another show, another week, another
I got to go to Vegas several times to do media nights or whatever. So, like, if there was a back-to-back weekend, like a Friday RFA, which is like now like LFA, and then Saturday was World Series of Fighting. So I went out there for that. That was awesome. It was Anthony Rumble Johnson on the card.
Oh, sick.
Dude, it was awesome. Like James Krause fought. Man, I like to think Bobby Cooper fought. Like these are older guys, super duper Bobby Cooper. He's like a legend in like the Midwest area.
Yeah.
He just fucking go out there and fight anybody.
Oh my God.
Dude, anybody.
See, I kind of miss that kind of mentality. It's so sanctioned and which is good. It keeps everybody safe and measured and everything. But there's something about that raw, like guys doing multiple fights a night.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
It was awesome.
Exactly.
It was awesome. And like I've done like amateur one night tournaments, and like been a part of like pro tournaments, like one night tournaments that are awesome, but man, it is hard to do, but
Very
a blast,
hard.
but a blast, and Kansas is kind of on board with like doing tournaments and stuff like that. They like it, the commission.
Interesting.
And Missouri is just not really on board with like letting people fight so many times, which is fine.
Right.
I mean, I just know the difference in Kansas and Missouri commission and what will go down and what won't. Like Missouri won't allow bare knuckle, but Kansas is all for bare knuckle.
Really? That's so weird. But
It's
we
awesome.
haven't had any bare knuckle stuff.
Oh, we are June 21st.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many?
Just one.
Just one.
Right now that I have. I'm not looking to do bare knuckle all the time. Obviously there's big bare knuckle promotions like BKFC and BYB, and I'm not trying to step on any toes.
Yeah.
If there's locals that want to do bare knuckle and they want to get their hands wet and get into it, and I know that it's a great fight, I'm down for it. That's just how I am. Like, oh yeah, let's do it. So on June 21st, we have JW Kaiser, who's retired like 5 times.
That happens.
He's fighting Big John Orr, who's another OG in the game. They both fought on bare knuckle when it came to Kansas City.
Oh wow.
So yeah, man, it's just going to be a fun
That'll be
fight.
sick.
Just 2 seasoned vets of the fight game. They've done MMA, boxing, anything, you name it, those guys have done it. So it's just 2 seasoned vets going at it. And it's going to be a fun fight.
God, that'll be sick.
Dude, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Synergy likes to do that. You'll throw in a couple kickboxing matches.
Muay Thai.
We got some Muay Thai. We got some we got 2 girl fights on this next card.
Yep.
And they've been super entertaining of late.
Oh, man.
Tater. Is it, or what's her?
Corn dog?
Corn dog. Sorry.
Tater.
Tater. I'm thinking of old Tater. But yeah, Corn Dog, her fight was phenomenal. And
yeah, Cornelia Justice, Corn Dog. Yeah, man.
then her sister that same night.
Yeah, Christy Justice.
Absolutely crushed.
And she's fighting for the women's flyweight title.
June 21st.
June 21st against Grace McLean, who's solid as ever.
Yeah.
Both of those girls are like rising.
Yeah.
They're rising. They're the future of women's MMA for sure. I really do think so.
Yeah.
I really do think so, because if you got power like that and on the ground and on the feet, and you could overwhelm your opponent, man. And that's what Christy and Cornelia both did. And that's crazy that they're sisters and got to fight on the same card.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome, man. It was cool. But yeah, man, both of these girls, Grace and Christy, could really be in the UFC, I would say, within 3 years.
Wow.
Because women's, if they can get the fights, because women's, it's just easier to get there. I'm not gonna say it's easier to get there. Let me take that back. But it's the path to get to the UFC is probably easier for females than it is males.
There's just not as many of them.
Yeah, there's just not as many.
Right.
And honestly, there's just so many rising stars that are females right now.
Yeah.
And they just don't have a place to fight. And I'm like, hey, come fight for me.
Yeah.
Please come fight for me.
Oh,
So we have this next one, Christy and Cornelia. They're from West Plains, Missouri. They're actually from Gap, Arkansas.
Okay.
And then that Elizabeth Lee girl, she's from Oklahoma. So there's just so many just talented girls. Grace is from Kansas City, Ignite. Lindsay Hughes, who's on the next card, she's out of Oklahoma.
Nice.
So it's just, man, I'm trying to bring in girls from everywhere to get this thing rolling, because I really I love female fights, and there's just not enough of them on regional shows.
Oh yeah, no,
and I've been complained at, like, hey man, you need to have more female fights. I'm
really?
trying. I promise. So people are like, oh, you just don't like female fights. I'm like, dude, I love them.
Yeah.
Like it brings views. People love them. Fans love them. I mean, I love a fight. I don't care who it is.
When I first saw a girl fight, a female fight on Synergy, I really wasn't, didn't know what to expect. I was interested, but I also was like, where's Julius Walker? I want to see the big guys fight. But once they got in there and they had technique and style and speed and power, I was like, okay, This is awesome. I don't care, girl, guy, whatever. Like you said, as long as it's a fight, as long as it's a good fight, like I'm in.
Yeah, you got to remember too, these 18-year-old girls that are fighting, they're already been training since they were like 12 years old.
That's what I was thinking is that we're almost kind of seeing the crop of female fighters from a decade ago, that when things started getting popular, especially like with Instagram, I see a ton of martial arts type girls who are kickboxing or karate or taekwondo. And I feel like all of that crop is finally maturing enough to be like, okay, I'm going to test my skills and get in the cage and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're getting like a whole new generation of fighters, both sides, girls and guys.
Yeah.
And they're getting better and they're faster. And
there's a next generation coming up.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, I think there's several people that are close to going to the UFC, and that's like Marshall Kemp, Alan Olivas, Mose Wolak, let's see who, Ray Hayes, close to getting to the UFC. And once those guys go, there's going to be that next talent. And there's just so much talent from different gyms right now. And like, these guys are really getting tested on the amateur scene. So once they go pro, whoo, boy, you better watch out for them, because they're going to be a problem. There's a lot of them, man. Look at these amateur fights. The fans have no idea.
Yeah.
The fans have no idea the difference between amateur and pro. They have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't even tell during the fights. I can't tell sometimes. I'm like, wow, these kids are good. These kids are good. I'm like, wow, this is a debut fight?
Yeah.
know?
Thought about that with old Zarek's guy. That was his pro debut. So but same.
Tough as nails.
Yeah.
Zarek Zumwalt versus Zak Cunningham. Honestly, Zarek just, every time the dude fights. But that was one of the best fights I've ever seen.
Wow.
The display of heart from Zak, you know, geez, he could have quit at any point. The doctor offered it up to him, basically. The referee offered it up to him. He was like, "Nah, I'm an Arkansas boy, and I'm going."
Dude, it was so.
And he kept tagging Zarek too. It wasn't like he was like just getting beat up. The elbows were violent, damaging, but he was still landing some shots, and Zarek was like, "Whoa," you know.
He's
but
so long.
He's so
His
long.
range was
So long. The knee shield was beautiful. I just appreciate jiu-jitsu. I don't even know if Zarek knew what he was doing. But golly,
he would say he would.
golly, the knee shield to get up, man, it was solid. I don't know if you saw it. Rewatch it, but man, he used the knee shield beautifully. I'm not a jiu-jitsu coach, so it could have been not beautiful, but you know what I'm saying?
Great work with that knee shield.
No, but the knee shield to get up was beautiful, and like the elbows. And that one, there was one where I was just like, I mean, there was a lot of elbows, don't get me wrong, but there was one that just was like, oh, and you heard
different.
it. Yeah, you heard it. It was like crack.
Yep.
And that was the one that really cut him open.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, the doctor, the ref, trying to get him to stop. They're like, hey, you know, you don't have to keep going. And Zak was still in it until his corner threw in the towel. And honestly, I felt like it was a great stoppage by his corner, because it was hard for him to see, first of all. But yeah, I mean, even the referee was like, that was a good stoppage.
Oh, I think so.
And the ref can overthrow that. Like the ref can say
no.
Yeah, can say no to the towel. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but
imagine being in that scenario. No, keep fighting. Please.
Yeah, but it was time. It was time for the fight to end. Honestly, man, Zarek is a berserker, man.
Yeah,
he's a berserker. He's a marauder.
Yeah,
for real.
He was talking about that third round, which is, I don't remember how long. It didn't go very long in the third before the towel came in. But even Zarek was saying, like, I was stepping back because I didn't want to hit him anymore, because he said it felt soft on his face, and it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, that's hardcore. But Zak, dude, I had so much respect for him because he didn't bitch to the refs. He didn't go, my eye, I can't see. Nothing. He literally just kept marching forward and tagging and doing whatever he could.
Yeah.
Is incredible. I thought it was awesome.
And he made his pro debut against a guy who was 6-1 in Muay Thai kickboxing, and he knew it going in, you know, and I respect that a lot.
And did well. Took him down and, you know, worked well. And
solid fight.
Yeah, it was a great
one of my
fight.
favorite fights. And another one of my favorite fights is Zarek Zumwalt versus Cody Carrillo.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, which one was that? Because he talked about that in the podcast.
That was the one in the Osho.
The boxing matches?
Yeah.
But it was,
his was kickboxing.
They did kickboxing. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that was brutal too.
I think that might have been my first time watching Zarek fight.
Yeah. And Carrillo's a gangster. you know, a 42-year-old gangster, man. 42. He just had surgery, so we'll see if he comes back.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
He's still going at it, I think.
So what do you have surgery on?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Like serious?
I don't want
Or
to give
just,
away his information. I'm just being honest. I don't want to give away his injury or nothing, but yeah. He definitely got in. I mean, he's definitely
it happens.
But he's 42, so you know, hopefully he does come back. I'd like to see him a few more times in Synergy FC cage, but that's just me being selfish, you know?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he will. You never know. Are we going to have another jiu-jitsu Synergy?
I would love to.
Rolling?
I would love to.
What are we waiting on? Because I thought that was a huge hit, right?
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to do it in the Shrine Mosque in the summertime.
It's way too hot.
It's way too hot.
Way too fucking hot. Might as well just do it outside.
And I love the Shrine. That's my spot, but it's just way too hot in the summer.
Yeah, it's insane.
Way too hot in the summer. But I would love to do a smaller one.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, no,
like smaller. Like,
I don't mean like smaller without the canvas and the show that we always bring, without the production.
It's beautiful.
I just think of maybe a smaller venue. It's jiu-jitsu, more intimate venue,
Yeah.
kind of cool. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. No, I thought it was.
I would like to do one in the summer, but I also don't want to like spill beans that I don't know if it's going to happen or not. But I'm always open for like jiu-jitsu, but I don't want to put the jiu-jitsu on a combat sports show. Like, I feel like it has to be separate. I can't put jiu-jitsu on an MMA show. People will not like it. Fight fans hate it.
Yeah, I don't.
And it's a different crowd. It really is.
Yep. I agree. If I was watching, two amateurs go at it for 4 or 5 rounds and then 2 jiu-jitsu guys in gis.
You just wouldn't appreciate it.
No, I mean, I like it. That's cool, but I'm here to see smashing.
Yeah. You just wouldn't appreciate it like you would if you knew you were going to see some jiu-jitsu.
Right. Well, and you're right. The crowd is way different, way different. I've been to both. And
some of them don't even like the kickboxing on the cards.
Oh, why?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
I don't know.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Kickboxing is so
You're like, why do you have so many kickboxing? So I'm
and-
like, all right, I'll cut it down a little bit. Because
feel like-
I had 5 the first, and I did them in a row. Like I did 5 kickboxing, and then the rest was MMA.
I feel like they don't understand what kickboxing is because it's literally MMA without the ground, right?
I know.
Is that
I don't know.
accurate?
It's the same people that probably complain about the ground game don't like the kickboxing.
That's what I'm
matches,
saying. That's exactly who I thought would be saying.
But I do get it.
Yeah.
Like maybe I shouldn't have done 5 in a row. Maybe I should like 3 MMA, 1 kickboxing, kind of make it like. But I don't like that. I like to make it to where every single fight is a show, man, and is the same. There's, to me, it's like I think the prelim card and a main card is ridiculous, but for me, it's like pro and then amateur card.
Pretty much, yeah.
But man, there's just so many of these amateur fights that are like looking like main card fights anymore. I'm like, damn. Dude, I'm so appreciative of the amateurs right now in Missouri and Kansas, Oklahoma. Dude, like just anywhere within our, like the 4 states, man. It's just, there's just so much talent that's working hard and that want to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Pros too, but man, the amateurs is just like.
They're hungry.
Yeah, they're hungry.
Yeah. Well, what's cool too is that you're offering them a place to showcase their skills, their hard work, and give them an opportunity to say, you guys have been working super hard, training hard. You've cross-training here and there. I'm going to provide a super professional platform that we broadcast and we, do the media and everything for you to showcase what you got. And if you got it, we'll see it, and we'll keep having you. And once you go pro, we'll have you back, and that's a huge part of what Synergy has done for not only the fighters in our area, but for our region.
Yeah, for the region. And that's the thing is like a lot of promoters just focus on that red corner. Let's put everyone on the red corner. When I try my best to focus on both sides. I feel like every fight team when they come should go home with at least 50%, right? Like, so they got some wins, they got some losses, and what I saw when I was working for other promotions and stuff like that was the red corner would win every fight.
Right.
And the blue corner would just be a depressing ass locker room the whole night.
Yeah.
It's just everyone lose, And I think that's where I'm like, no, I don't want that.
No.
I want it to be like a good time for everyone. Everyone, somebody wins here, somebody loses here, but I don't know, man. Watching some of these guys as they rise or as they don't rise has been great, but also very emotional too.
Yeah.
I mean, watching just going back to like Tony Grant's fight with Kendall Whitted, I had no idea who was going to win that fight.
Yeah.
But Tony being 1-3, he really needed to win that fight. And after he lost that fight, he was very emotional, right? And bro, it broke me down. Like, and it wasn't because Kendall won. It was because the emotion out of Tony, and then I'm the one who put the fight together. So it's like, damn, like I'm almost responsible for it. That's how I felt during that fight. Yeah. And I don't know why, but that fucking fight made me so emotional, bro. Like, but I've known Tony since he was a kid, right? This kid has been in a gym since he was like 15, 16 years old. Like all these guys, Zach and them, know him from from when he was a kid. So it's tough, but he's so fucking talented. Tony Grant is so talented, bro. And like when I walked back there, he made me emotional because he was like, "Don't stop putting me on cards." Yeah. Because of his record. And I was like, oh, no, I'd never do that. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what your record is. Right. Obviously, yeah, we need some wins here, but, I mean, that's just the case.
Professional, he shows up, makes weight, does the media stuff.
Yeah, he took a turn where he's done everything professionally, and it's just, for some reason, it's just not coming together in that cage, And Tony has a lot of promise. I promise that. Yes, he's 1-4, but the dude has a lot of promise. There's just so many guys with some tough records out here that have a lot of promise. Yeah. And that they really just need that opportunity. And I'll keep giving Tony opportunities. I'll keep giving all these guys opportunities for sure. Like anybody that I mess with, I try my best to keep them as active as possible. Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't happen, but I just want to keep these guys active, keep them in the cage and keep them working.
Yeah, it's cool for the crowd too, because you'll see the same faces. Like I don't know everybody like you do, but I'll notice like, oh, so and so's back. Oh, Fred the Demon's back. Like this last card when I saw, I was like, oh, Fred, and he had fought either one card or two cards like pretty recently.
Yeah, so he fought like almost three in a row.
I was going to say, I was getting pretty familiar with his style, and he had won, and so I was like, okay. So when I saw that matchup and I recognized Fred, I was like, him and Cowboy, oh my God, this is going to be an awesome fight. Yeah. I was so excited for it.
Yeah, Fred and Billy the Kid, Wilson. Yeah,
I call him Cowboy, sorry about that.
That's what you put on the thing, too, when you sent the video.
Did
Cowboy,
I? Yeah.
But yeah, man, both of those guys have been kind of grown up in the cage, and I've known them both since they were amateurs. So, like, literally, I've known them for years. So, to see these guys where they are at now. But anyway, Fred was on a 3-fight win streak, and Billy was on a 2-fight win streak. So, I was like, yeah, it's perfect timing.
I thought it was
And that's what it's all about, is like getting them to that right point to where that tough fight matters.
Yes.
It matters. Like, at that point, it matters. And, Billy is now 5-1. And, Fred, he won his last 3 out of 4 fights. Yeah. So he's still not doing bad either. Fred is getting up there. He's close to my age.
Is he really?
Yeah, wow. Yeah. And he's still getting it. And honestly, he freaking looks better and better every time.
I thought so too.
Yeah, he looks better and better every time. He had his moments in that fight, but Billy is just a wrestling machine, And that's even what Fred said. He's like, man, I woke up and I need a plan B because I got pregnant. Jesus Christ. But he had nothing but respect afterwards.
Sure.
Those guys were talking backstage. I love that part of it. Yeah. It's like a lot of people don't get to see that part of the sport. It's like they were backstage chopping it up afterwards, just talking, and that's literally the best part of the sport. Yeah. Is the best part. Is the camaraderie that there is.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing. I've never shared the cage with somebody, but I feel like everything that you've done to get in there, the months and weeks and days that you've trained and sacrificed, the other guy did too. You're both in there. There might be 1,000, 2,000 people watching, but it's you and this other guy. And then you go however many rounds or whatever. Like that's intimate. And when you're done, it's just you two that went the distance. So that has to create some sort of connection that you just can't replicate.
I feel like when you were younger and you fought, it was the same way.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, even outside of that, it does. It brings that brotherhood, I think. And then what I love is like watching like somebody who's already fought them, like support them afterwards. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just a cool scene.
Who fought Brian Jones at Neosho? Frankie, right?
Yeah, Frankie.
Frankie. So, and Brian had a fight at the church.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember running into Frankie, and I was like, what are you doing here, dude? And he's like, I'm here to support Brian. And I was like, whoa, this is an amazing sport. You're an amazing human. I was just so blown away by, I think he might have had a Brian shirt on or something. Like, he was that supportive of this guy that they literally
he's just a fighter, man. Frankie Sparks just a fighter.
I got to interview him because that was like one of the first interview hype videos that we did, and by the end of the interview I was like, I like this guy, and I was so hyped for the fight too.
He's just a good old boy,
man.
Man.
He was awesome.
He was awesome.
Him and his coach too, I can't think of his coach's name.
Clyde Hicks.
Clyde was great. Yeah, I love seeing that guy.
Yeah, they're all good guys, man.
There's so many good guys. I've seen one guy lose the crowd in Kansas City.
And he flipped
he told him to suck his dick.
No. He choked the guy a little longer or something.
No, the guy I'm thinking of, he won.
And then he goes over there.
Yeah, he did
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he did that, and it was like, oh no.
Yeah,
this went south.
He's in some trouble with the. Yeah. Anyway, he can't fight. He can't fight for us right now.
Oh, okay.
He's not in trouble like legally or anything. He's done it multiple times. He tried to fight Juice Box Julius Walker.
Oh yeah,
at the weigh-ins. I don't know if you remember that, but
yeah, because we interviewed.
It's like, bro, you're an amateur, and this guy could be in the UFC pretty soon, which now he is.
Enough, he was.
Yeah, it's like, calm down over there, buddy.
Yeah, because we interviewed Juice for his main event, and he was like.
I'm not going to mention his name, but man, he won.
He's a good fighter.
And went over
That's
there.
the thing.
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching him fight.
But he is a shit stirrer.
That's all right. I guess it comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory, So
I do love seeing the different personalities from everyone's fight. Like sometimes they are shit.
Who's your favorite?
The fighters. I mean,
no. Who's your favorite personality?
Oh, personality. I don't know. I go between like the monk, the guy that's just like dialed in. There's no emotion. He just looks like
I was looking for a damn person's name.
Oh, I'd have to think about it.
I feel like I could tell you who brings the most energy on our cards. And then he don't give a shit who he's fighting. He's walking up. He's hello.
Colton
hey. Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, yeah.
Oh, dude, he's just happy all the time, man.
Yeah, no, he's awesome.
He's respectful to his coaches, his opponents' coaches.
Mm-hmm.
He's just super respectful. He's electric. He's just fun. I don't know. He's fun.
That guy is just happy to be alive. He just wakes up every day and knows how blessed he is to exist.
And if he doesn't, then he's acting like it, boy. And he does a great job.
100%. Yeah, that's a great vibe person. Fights hard. I've seen him win. I've seen him lose. He does his WWE stuff, his other wrestling stuff, and it's like, dude, this guy's energy is amazing.
Yeah, he's trying to make it in some type of way, and I think
he
he
is.
will.
I mean, I think he is. Like, no matter what, like he's making it. He's doing it right now. Like he's literally living the dream.
Sure.
Yeah, he's
sure.
Awesome.
All that's left is go pro in MMA.
Yeah, he is pro, right?
No,
he's amateur.
Yeah, he's a pro wrestler, but
I see.
Amateur MMA.
I see.
We can't.
What's his record? You know his record?
I know what it is.
Probably like 4 or 5 fights.
4 and 5.
4 and 5.
Yeah.
He's had 9 fights.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's a typical amount of fights for an amateur?
Well, Missouri, you got to be over 0.500. So you had to be you had to be over 50-50, and then you had to have over 5 fights.
5. That's not very much.
And then in Kansas, you could go pro.
Yeah.
They're pretty whenever you want, really. Mm-hmm. But
why would an amateur not go pro? Like, say you have 4 and 1.
Oh, some amateurs just want to be amateurs. I guess.
Yeah.
But not anymore these days. I think we kind of got past that.
Yeah.
To where most of the fighters are looking to go pro, and if they're not, then they're just looking to do it until they're, I don't know,
just doing it for fun.
Yeah. I guess. But I think most of them are trying to go pro.
Yeah, it just takes so much time and effort, and
it takes a lot, man.
Yeah, I mean, even for the amateur, I mean, it's the same thing. You're just not getting paid, or
not getting
the sponsors and stuff. Yeah,
not getting a damn thing
because
you're paying to fight as an amateur.
Pretty much, right?
No, you got to pay for blood work. I'm not paying your blood work. So
do Synergy medical staff do that, or do you have to go?
I send them to somebody else to do it.
Yeah. Okay.
So they got to do medicals. They got to get a license, a physical. So that's $60. So it's probably close to $180, $200 to fight.
Just to
compete. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, there's some times where people are hard up and obviously will take care of their blood work or something like that. But for the most part, that's what you got to pay in order to fight.
Yeah. Is it just general blood work? They're just looking at...
No, it's like AIDS, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C.
I see. Make sure that you're not...
Yeah,
I got you.
Make sure you can't.
Not like your cholesterol. Or
make sure you can't spread anyone. Spread anything, which is great. I mean, obviously
that's good because I've definitely been hit by some blood before on the side of the cage. Last time a piece of sweat just went
right in your mouth.
Dang it! Why?
Everyone's done that in jiu-jitsu. Been like just laying down there. The worst is when it drops in your eyeball.
Oh man!
I'll take the mouth anytime, but it starts dropping in my eyeball. We got a problem.
I hate to admit it, but I'm usually the culprit. I'm the one that's like slobbering on it, people.
Me too. That's all right.
Speaking of jiu-jitsu, what's it? Brown opened up a nice new spot.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I haven't been over there yet.
You better get over there soon. Nah, it's cool, man. It's it's this cool spot, man.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of comp drills lately.
Getting ready for something?
Nope.
Just breaking in the new spot.
It's just what we're doing.
I think that's good.
I mean, we went to Nashville.
Set the tone.
Let me just say this, okay? I don't know if we've got to tell this story yet. So,
Nashville stories are a little spooky.
I went to team training.
Yeah.
And, the first night is comp class. And we were already in the car for however long.
6-7 hours.
Yeah. In the car. And the lady that's running comp class was like, there would be no breaks. And I'm thinking, okay, cool. There's no breaks. But I can grab some water real quick.
All right, lady. Whatever.
Nah, there was no breaks. And it was rough. It was definitely, there was a lot of running.
Ooh.
A lot of bear crawl, stuff that like I'm not used to doing.
Yeah.
Like as far as like the training room goes sometimes. And I was overwhelmed. Like that was the first time in a long time. I was like, man, I almost had to like, I'm done. But I didn't, obviously. Because we're at representing, but
who's your coach? Brown, Andrew Brown. Shame on you.
But yeah, man, it was.
How many people were comp training?
Shit, it was just us and like 2 other people, like basically our crew
like 20
and then 2 other
people total.
A lot of their people had just got done competing.
Oh, okay.
So like, and they all knew team training was like the next few days. So like a lot of people, So it was just us getting our asses whooped. Cool. It was fun,
like a private comp group lesson.
It was fun. I love going down there. Team Sean Hammonds.
I was sad to miss it.
It's always a blast.
Yeah,
it's always a blast.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of dudes, man, and we get to go down there to Nashville and we train one night. And then go out, and then we train, and then go out, and then train, and then go out. Basically,
that's when I.
But you get to train with 300-400 people.
That
you've never seen before, and it's just awesome.
Every body size, every color of belt,
every age, which is great for like the older guys in our gym who don't necessarily get to train with older guys.
Or big guys.
Yeah, or big guys.
That's what I love. Is like, oh wow, there's a ton of big dudes at my level that we can roll with.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's a great experience. Just anything like that, man. It's just jiu-jitsu. I love jiu-jitsu. That's my
great people, and that gym. Those people are amazing.
Dude, it's awesome.
Yeah,
it's awesome. So yeah, we did that, and then we did like, what did we do the last night? We learned a bunch of fucking cool ass submissions.
Nice,
dude. It was awesome.
Yeah,
like it was. Like sometimes I'm like, which is great now that I'm like getting a little bit smaller, losing some weight. It's like I'm always like, damn, I don't think I could do that. Now I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it, even if I've always kind of tried it, no matter what. But like now, I'm like more like, okay, I'm gonna try to do this somersault into something.
Oh yeah,
just
a little more acrobatic.
Yeah, just a little bit more like ballsy, a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm also a lot more sore lately.
Yeah.
But
that's okay. That's okay.
But that's great, man. It's fun, man. I love Andrew Brown. Honestly, that guy has kept me grounded inside the gym, outside the gym. Just in life, man. Ever since I met all those people there, him, Jordan, those guys mean a lot to me.
Such a good group of people.
Dude,
yeah,
it's just good group of men that always have your back no matter what, but aren't scared to tell you like, hey, you're being a piece of shit right now or whatever. They don't ever tell me that because I'm not a piece of shit.
I've never heard that about you.
But they're always real with you. They're going to tell you how it is. And I love that. I need people like that around me. I always have. And I haven't always had that around me. I've kind of had whatever around me, like growing up and shit. So it's good to have like people who have I don't know, help me be stable.
That actually care.
Yeah.
That actually are like.
And my wife, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, honestly, she has been like a godsend, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she's like the yin and I'm the yang for real. She's a social worker.
Yeah.
Like, she helps people. She's actually the case manager for all of Southeast Kansas.
Oh, wow.
So for people with like intellectual disabilities and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
okay.
like my wife helps people and I get people to fight.
You're both doing a service for society in your
So
own
it's
ways.
cool, man. Yeah, she's got a crazy job.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I've noticed her at the shows more often. Is she getting more involved?
She's always at the front door.
Okay.
That's why she like, you don't never see her because she's at the front door the whole time.
Okay, yeah.
And then like usually about like the 6th or 7th fight, she'll pop out to go
Right.
watch the fights. But
Okay.
yeah, she's at the front door working the whole time.
Yeah, it's a family affair. You got your
It
boys
is.
running around.
It is, and Zach's mom, she works the will call. My wife works the, taking tickets or selling tickets or whatever. So it's cool. It's cool to have her there. It's cool to have the whole family there.
Oh yeah, yeah. It definitely makes it more, family like. When you look over and you see Tank and your boys like loving the fights,
Yeah.
like that's got to be cool. And
And then like Springfield's like our home too, so like
Yeah.
they kind of run around there. I don't really take them to the Kansas City shows.
Yeah.
But like they just my family's there in
Right.
Springfield, so it's easy.
Yeah.
So they just run around or whatever.
I've looked over, mid like film, look over and I'll see Zach and his mom sitting there and just talking, watching the fight. And it's like, that's so cool. Like, that's so cool for them too, to have this moment.
It's cool because this is like our area, right? Like,
Yeah.
Kansas City is great. Like, I love doing shows in Kansas City. That's kind of like Zach's area.
Yeah.
Like Springfield is like kind of where like, we're both from that area. Like I'm from Mount Vernon, so it's like 30 miles away. So like I used to go watch fucking cool shows at the shrine. So like now to be doing shows there is awesome.
It's a great venue too.
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a cool historic venue. Like they work with us. Like I love that venue.
Yeah.
More than more than a lot of things, man. It's just a cool ass venue in Springfield.
So cool. So the vibes are cool. Like the architecture.
And honestly, like
trippy.
I'm like, oh man, maybe I could do a show somewhere else in Springfield, maybe, but I just don't feel like the atmosphere and like the way even the GA seats are. Like you're looking down into the cage.
Exactly.
There's not a bad seat
No.
in that place at all. Like it is perfect.
Yeah. Like I said, my dad went to the last show. And we got there early because I thought we were going to do that video. So we're just like looking around. He's like, where do you want to sit? Or where I was asking him, like, where do you want to sit? He finds this one spot, like right in the middle, looking down at the cage. And he's probably 12 rows up. He's pretty high. And, he sits up there. I'm working, filming. And I go up there mid-fight. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, these seats are perfect. I can literally look over the cage.
They are,
I see everything. He's like, I don't need to see the TVs. There's nobody in my way. I'm like, that was amazing.
And Kansas City is the same way. The Memorial Hall,
Yeah.
Kansas City is the same way. You look right down into the cage.
Yeah.
I love those type of venues.
Yeah.
Like it's just more intimate. Like we can have a big stadium, but I don't think there's any reason to do that yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean, we do have good crowds. We usually fill the damn building up, for the most part.
The best in Missouri.
Best in Missouri.
As far as MMA goes, in my opinion.
Per show.
And honestly, I think, obviously FAC matches up with us pretty well.
Yeah.
I think they get about the same attendance or whatever. But yeah, man, we're freaking killing it as far as attendance goes in Springfield and then Kansas City.
Like what's
Kansas.
average show?
In Springfield, I would say 1,500.
Okay. Yeah.
1,500.
I can never really judge, but I always judge by how loud they get.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when
And the Friday show was great. I was really worried about a Friday show.
Not Saturday, it's Friday.
Yeah, just because we're not used to doing them on Fridays.
Yeah.
We're used to doing them on Saturdays. It threw me off because we
too.
were like a day ahead or whatever. But, Friday show went pretty good in Springfield, honestly. So.
I wonder if it's like everybody still works and goes to school, but then they can still be there. Like, they go home, they shower up, they whatever, and they come out to the show. And it's like not a big deal. Like they're almost.
And then you still have Saturday and Sunday.
And you still have Saturday and Sunday.
That was the best thing for me was like we did the show and then I still have like a Saturday and Sunday.
Well, it was Sunday for me for 2 days in a row. I was like, why aren't we doing it? Kelsey's like, it's Saturday. I'm like,
it was same. My wife's like, this is weird. I'm like, we still had 2 days. So.
It worked out well though.
It was cool.
It's a great show.
It was a great show, great crowd, great fights, man. Well,
it really was. Yeah, it was.
The main event was shocking.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't see it going that way.
I mean, I knew it was a 50-50 fight. It was a pick'em fight.
Yeah.
But honestly, like it was like Clem said, he was like, man, I thought I was good in the guillotine. I've
Yeah.
always been, good, and then I wasn't, and it's just how the game goes.
Absolutely. But who, the other fighter, I don't know his name.
Jared McLaughlin.
When he walked out, I was like, I'm going to take a step back. This guy's got a vibe about him. He had this almost like a killer. Like he was just too calm for me. Like I didn't get any.
He was having fun the whole time. Weigh-ins.
Good.
He was just having fun. And honestly, Clem was too. Clem was in good spirits the whole time.
Yeah.
Looked like and then when I saw Clem at weigh-ins, I was like, man, that's the best you've ever looked, bro.
Wow.
He did. He looked great, man. He looked great. Usually looked a little sucked in cutting weight or whatever. He looked great, like the weight cut. And he even said that everything was great. And, sometimes it's just the game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I would love to see Clem back, one more time.
I'm sure he will.
One or two more times.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. He's been around for a while.
Oh, yeah. He's been around for a long time. And he's helping all these young guys come up, too, man. So
is he Team Fusion or is he?
Yeah, he's Team Fusion.
Yeah, what a great gym. I mean,
wow,
my God.
man. Yeah.
They've just exploded.
They got a small army right now.
They have a small army.
I'm not even joking. Like, I put a list out. Brad has a list for me every time. Like, wow, this is
of
crazy.
people that are willing to.
Yeah, him, Springfield Fight Club,
Marathon, those two for sure,
Ignite, Wolves Den in St. Louis. There's just so many, bro.
It's just rosters after roster.
Forza in Oklahoma.
Uh-huh.
They're solid too. Mossbergs, you got Zurich. He doesn't have like a bunch, but he has that handful core group of fighters, man, and they're all talented too, man. There's just so many gyms. And then last time we had Joplin Brotherhood, right here in Joplin.
And he did great.
He did great.
I wasn't quite sure. I haven't seen anybody from the Brotherhood fight.
He's fought for me before.
Oh, okay.
And it was a fight of the night. He didn't win, but it was fight of the night type stuff. Yeah. He's tough, man. So it was nice to get those guys back. I hadn't had them on the show for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And then, there's just freaking these gyms are just so talented.
They're getting really, really good.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy how everyone is progressing.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how the gyms in like the areas that we go to, like Kansas City has kind of always had their gyms, but like Springfield was like kind of like new still to it. Like there were shows there, but there wasn't a show constantly going there.
Right.
It was just be like one or two, 3 shows. Yeah.
Someone coming through town.
For sure.
Like,
Or like there was local promotions that would do a show every now and again. But they haven't had consistency, and I think it's helped the local gyms there.
It has to, yeah.
It helps them grow.
It gives them a reason to train really hard. Like, Synergy is coming back. They'll be here in September. So then everyone's training super hard, trying to figure out, can I get on that
And obviously
card?
those guys would be training either way.
Yes.
But like now they have a home to fight at. They don't always have to go and travel anymore. And that's how so many people's records got messed up back in the day, is they always have to travel.
Oh, right.
You always have to go to the hometown, always fight the hometown guy.
Yeah.
I just feel like we don't have a hometown guy.
Yeah.
We have like everyone type of guy. We're like, we support everyone. We want everyone to make it. There's going to be guys that don't make it. That's just the name of the game. But like seeing Juice make it to the UFC, and he lost the decision, but arguably could have won that fight too. So like, man, it's just that was one of the most, I don't know, it was amazing for us to watch that happen.
Yeah. 100%, because we talk about it all the time. I've interviewed so many people and heard so many so-and-so, and the fighters will say a lot of times, like, my goal is the UFC, I'm 1 or 2 fights away. It's like, oh, okay, I've never seen it. And then Juice made it, and then you stopped the fights that night and put the fight up on the TVs, so we all as a group got to watch, the crowd and everybody. And it was like, oh my God, that's Juice, like he's at the UFC.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool to see where he's gone. He's got another fight coming up. Not sure what the date of it is. I know it's July something or maybe August something. I'm not sure.
I think it's August.
But yeah, and that's a fight I really like for him too. Yeah. Really like it.
I mean, it's just like, is that one of the first people who kind of started in Synergy?
Yeah.
That made it all the way. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not the first fighter that like has fought for me or a promotion that I've worked for that made it to the UFC for sure. But like Synergy, definitely like all the way up.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, his first fights were with Synergy, weren't they?
Yeah.
So I mean, he's kind of like from start to finish.
Yeah, pretty much.
For start to present. I guess.
Honestly, us in peak fighting. And that's it. That's really all he fought for as a pro.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I have no problem shouting out Peak either for it, because they made a matchup that was perfect, you know, and like a tough fight too, you know. We was giving them tough fights, so it was like all at the right time.
Was that the December fight?
The
Christmas fight?
Myron Dennis fight, where he kind of got rocked and then won.
Oh, the
Juice.
guy walked out in the Grinch costume.
Did he?
I'm pretty
Did
sure.
he?
I'm pretty sure.
That thing sounded like something
Because he
Myron
fought in
Dennis would
November
do.
for us for Synergy.
And then right after,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy did walk out in a Grinch costume.
yeah, he's a gangster too, and Juice got it done.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Juice was gone
He
for.
probably don't remember.
If you watch it, because I messaged him on Twitter, I was like, "How'd you win?" He's, I don't know, KO or whatever. And then I saw the footage. I was like, "Oh my god, I thought you won." I mean, he did, but
yeah,
there was a split second. Like, oh my,
he got
god.
rocked there for a moment.
Yeah,
yeah, man, he looked
he
great.
came back. Yeah,
Yeah, looked great. Looked great in the UFC.
yeah,
I mean, that's the way you do it. You get fight of the night, your first fight in
incredible.
the UFC.
Yeah,
Incredible.
I offered for him to come on the podcast, but one thing I'd love to ask him is like, what did the dude tell you afterwards? Do you remember that? His opponent? I don't remember the opponent's name. So they went 3 rounds, right? All 3 rounds went the distance, and they announced the winner. And then they're trying to like interview, and his opponent like takes him to the side, just like yapping in his ear.
Oh,
But not bad. Just like you can. What I'm assuming is that what he's saying is like, dude, amazing job. You win all 3 rounds. I think you have a bright future. That's what I'm assuming this dude is saying. Like, because, you know, you could see on his face, like, thank you. But I was like, dude, that's amazing. What did he tell you?
Yeah, I don't know. But Juice, man, like, he played it well, right? He played the media part well. He played every part.
Has.
Yes.
Yeah.
He played every part well. And, like, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. And, like, honestly, he didn't have a manager until a few fights before he was in the UFC, you know?
Oh,
like
really?
1 or 2 fights.
Do you need one?
I think you need one after about 4 or 5 fights.
4 or 5 pro fights.
Yeah.
Then you need.
Especially if you
What
got,
did they do?
I don't know.
Are you talking to the managers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys, I'm talking to the managers after I've already had a relationship with the fighters for a while. Because I don't manage fighters. Like, honestly, I manage Stephen Graham. That's the only fighter I manage right now. He's the only fighter I manage.
What does managing consist of?
Too much. I mean, like, you just hit up promoters trying to get your guy to work with them, basically.
You get like a cut of whatever
10%.
Oh, okay. So
or 20%.
You're kind of like
20%.
You're kind of like an agent for an actor in a way. Like you go out and find opportunity for them.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But that's not something I want to do. Like, I want to book the fights. Like, I think that's what makes me different. A lot of the other matchmakers are also managers, and I'm not that.
Right.
I mean, I just don't know. Like,
It seems like so much time.
it's just so much time, and then you're, you know, I don't know. I just don't want to be responsible for somebody's career. I already feel like I'm responsible enough. You know,
Yeah, you have enough on your own career.
yeah,
Versus,
it's just a lot. You
Yeah.
know, it's just a lot.
Well,
But there's so many good. I mean, there's so many good managers out there.
yeah,
There is.
I would assume that it would make matchmaking really difficult. Because if it's your guy, it's
Yeah,
like, well, who do you want to win? Your guy, you know? Rather, if you're just a matchmaker, it's like, you both are my pals.
Yep.
But this is a challenge for both of you, and best of luck. And
Exactly.
If you
and I think
lose,
that's why guys are more willing to take tough fights in our
From you?
promotions, because we're willing to build them up.
Yeah.
And when they lose, we're willing to bounce them back or try to bounce them back.
Right.
You know? There's not a lot of promoters that do that.
Yeah. That's such a
I'm not trying to talk myself up. I'm just saying I care for these fighters.
Well, it shows.
I really appreciate everything they do for me.
Yeah.
They make this so that I could do this.
Yeah, without fighters.
24/7.
Yeah.
Like, this is all I do. Literally is all I do. Other than, you know, be a dad and like literally this is all I do.
Yeah.
Promote and matchmake fights. I do the graphic design. I make the posters. You know, you do you guys record the video, but most of the after editing, I do that shit too.
Yeah.
So, like, it's a lot of hats, but like, I wanted this.
Yeah.
I've wanted this for a long time.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. No, you definitely grind 24/7.
You know, and putting stuff towards like the production and shit, that just makes us happy. Like me and Zak both.
Yeah.
Like, it's awesome. You know, it's like, and we want to continue to do that, continue to grow it, continue to make the fights bigger and bigger, continue to do things like bare knuckle and kind of throw in stuff here and there that's just fun. You know, the submission series tournaments, those are a blast. Or the Muay Thai that we did in Neosho, that was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Or boxing,
Oh, yeah.
pro boxing, you know. But yeah, just anything to get these guys that I've known forever and around here to get them in there and doing what they love. Dude, I'm all for it.
Yeah, and I think you were very wise. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a cameraman, but very wise to invest a lot of the resources into the media part, because that's kind of what lives. Like, not everyone can make it to the fight on Friday or Saturday night, but everybody's got an Instagram and everybody's got a X and YouTube. And I don't know how many times I log in or hop on a whatever app, and I'm like, God dang, Chris posted another video. I mean, the way you just punch them out.
I think, a little bit lately I've been kind of slowing down on it just because we have like a month before the fight. So I kind of know I could kind of, I could put 1 or 2 out every few days and kind of not bombard the fans too much with like older stuff, but yeah, I've been trying to have a balance there, but man, I try to push out as much content as possible.
Good. Yeah.
And that's the good thing about knowing how to do that is that, okay, I feel like doing it. I don't have to ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have to pay somebody every single time I need a 15-second reel or something, It's just, I can just do it, And the poster is just like, if a fight changes, boom, bam, boom, I can do that too. It's not that easy, but still. Photoshop
easier
makes
than
it pretty
going,
easy.
Hey, can you, it's like you hop in your office and swap them out and we're good to go.
And it's all me who does it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing all of that. And then me and Zach, we're always contemplating what's next. And, like, we just picked up a guy to do sponsorships for us. So
go find the
Yes,
sponsors.
go find sponsorships, then, work with them to give them tickets and how to promote, and do that. And then I'm actually looking for a few matchmakers also on top of me, and that's not because I don't want to matchmake no more. It's because I just some more connections to find other connections. It's like I think that's the key to building this team and to keep the fighters busy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can't match. I'm like, I'm only one brain.
Yeah.
So like I said, I want to bring in some more matchmakers to help me
fill
fill the pro cards.
Yeah.
The amateur cards, no problem.
Yeah.
But fill some of these pro cards and make make the fights that will get these fighters to the UFC.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea.
So I think there's a great crop of fighters that are up and coming that are ready for the UFC from Missouri and Kansas and Oklahoma.
Is that where can you pull from other states? Could you pull from California, Florida?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Do you
for me, like bringing them into Kansas City is easier than bringing them to Springfield, just because there's an international airport there.
Okay, right.
So we do bring guys in mainly on the Kansas City shows, but we brought the girl last time from Colorado.
Right.
So we bring in fighters from everywhere.
Right. So if you did have a couple more matchmakers, then you could be like, your territory is West Coast from Oregon down to California or whatever, and that person can just focus on that whole thing. Come back and say, okay, boss, here's 10 people that you should look at. I think that'd be a great idea.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Other person's got the East Coast, South, East Coast.
It's perfect. North. And then we could get together and talk about what matchup makes the most sense.
Right.
And, and I think that is key.
Yeah.
And that's what me and Zach do. It's like, does this fight make sense for this guy right now? And sometimes they won't end up being on the card because there wasn't a fight that made sense for them.
Sure. Right.
Some fighters need to understand that and just be a little bit more patient. But because it's not a race. Like, yes, you want to get there, but it has to be a methodical race. You have to be smart about it.
It's kind of like what you said with I want to call him Cowboy again, Billy the Kid and the Demon, where you were saying they were coming off of these win streaks, and so if you reverse the 3 fights previous, it still would have been a good match, but it wouldn't have the intensity and the seriousness 3 fights later, where it's like they're both feeling good, they're both in camp, and then hey, let's put them together and see what happens.
Yeah, it was smart to make them wait,
but it was the timing, and make them wait. So
it was smart. It was smart on my part for sure, because I wanted to put Fred, if he won against Marshall, because he would have been on a 4-fight win streak. It would have made sense. You know what I mean? And then Billy, man, they're obviously him and Kemp are teammates, so they can't fight. So Billy would be is the next one. I mean, he's 5-1 right now as a pro, so he's pretty close to maybe a regional title fight or something like that also. So
Force Energy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it all depends. Marshall's the champ.
Oh.
So.
Would you offer that fight?
Well, no, because they're teammates.
But is that not a thing?
No,
Like you can't do that.
No, I mean they're like training partners and friends, and
That'd make a really cool story.
no, it wouldn't happen. Nah,
They wouldn't do it.
nah.
Okay.
Back in the days, you probably could get two teammates to fight, but nah, man, like it just doesn't make sense, honestly. And if they're your friend, why would you want to put their career back one, right? Mm-hmm. If you think about it, like obviously there's friends like
I don't want to do it. No.
Nah.
I want to watch it.
No.
I don't want to do it.
No, nah, it would just won't happen.
Yeah.
It just won't happen. There's no sense in even trying it.
Yeah. Well, no, it's
for the most part. I know who's going to fight who. This is why AI can't do my job.
Right. It's like good suggestion, but they're not going to fight each other.
Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't happen. Teammates just don't fight. I mean, unless they like one of them moves away or something, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Some teams won't even fight each other because they're like, or as a pros or whatever, they'll fight amateur, but they don't want. They don't want their pros to fight.
Yeah, I've always thought that about Springfield Fight Club and Fusion and Ignite too. Like, I think they do a good job of fighting each other, but being cool. Like, I've never seen any sort of animosity between the teams, between the gyms.
Well, that's because coaches all have known each other for
like freaking
years. So if the fighters have a problem, the coach is going to nip that in the butt because they all know each other.
Yeah.
So Nathan and Zach go way back, and then Brad goes back with all of us.
Yeah.
Because he was like, he's had fighters forever. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, that gets nipped in the butt. And they all like, it's funny because if they're fighting each other, they might not support one another.
Yeah.
But then the moment they fight somebody else, they support each other. So it's a cool dynamic up there. It really is. Like Springfield Fight Club and Team Fusion and Infinity and there's just so many damn gyms up there. But
you wouldn't think that about Springfield.
No.
I wouldn't think that about Springfield.
I mean, there's not a lot of gyms, but there's a lot of talent coming out of there.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then there's and now there's like what's his name? Taylor Ramsdale, I think his name is. Mm-hmm. That's working with Juice and all those guys. That's like
he used to at Rage or whatever.
Yeah. So like, man, and Rage Fitness, shout out to them. Mm-hmm. I really appreciate their support. It's awesome to have like sponsors like them.
Changed their name, didn't they?
No, I think they bought another gym.
Oh, they bought another gym.
Yeah,
okay.
House of Pain or something. Like
that. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
So they bought another gym, so it's another Rage Fitness, man. Those guys are killing it.
Yeah. No, their facilities look incredible.
Incredible.
I wish we lived a little closer so we could take advantage of these.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a jiu-jitsu thing at one of their gyms or something.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be really cool because then you could have like open house. People come in. Here's the competition, but also like check out our facilities. And
that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll happen. I gotta record it.
Maybe it's been discussed.
Yeah. Oh, excellent.
Yeah, man. I want to do more of those submission things. It just has to. MMA is obviously number one.
Yeah.
But put in some jiu-jitsu in there for sure.
Mm-hmm. So. What about like the pay-per-view kind of stuff? I know Zach has talked about maybe.
Yeah. So now we're on Spectation Sports right now, which is awesome. Man. I love their platform. I love what they're doing. Man, there's odds on the fights now.
I noticed that last fight. We were in Kansas, so I couldn't put any money down, but I saw it on the...
You can't put money down. Can't.
I can't?
Don't bet. No.
Oh.
You're not allowed to bet. No Synergy employees or workers are allowed to bet.
I'm editing this out of the podcast. No, but I did. I saw it pop up. I saw the MGM logo pop up, and I was like, surely not. And then Mossberg texted me and said, look at the odds between Zarek and so I checked it out. I was like, oh,
what were the odds? I don't remember.
Plus 1,000 for Zarek.
Was that the only one that was kind of?
That's the only one I looked at because the Wi-Fi wasn't very good. So, but yeah. I just was surprised that we could do that because, sometimes there's allegedly like a friendly, we get a fight card and us guys circle who we think and we'll put $1 in or whatever,
It's crazy that the Synergy employees never pick the same people.
I'm
always like, oh man, it's crazy. I don't never pick any of them. Like I just stay away from it.
Yeah,
I'll be like, I don't know about that pick or something stupid, and then they're like, which one? And I'm like,
that's a good. I mean, that's the
you
did your job right.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
I
like
just force myself.
I'll jinx shit or
yeah.
I don't know. I just don't want to see. I don't know. I just don't want to be a part of that part of it.
Brian and I definitely. We always, like, who you got?
Make a little card on.
Well, we just look at each other and I'm like, head tilt. Like
my kids do too, and they never have the same people either. Like,
Brian and I, we're pretty close. Pretty close. Yeah. Usually we're either both right or both
there's
wrong.
never been a night you got them all right, huh?
No, never. There's always some sort of upset or some sort of misjudgment. I misjudge guys a lot. I look at like, oh my God, this guy's so stocky. And the skinny guy just whips his ass. Like, okay, I didn't see that coming.
Just never know, man. Never know. There's some nerdy looking guys. There's some, rough look. I mean.
You just bob your head one way, the wrong way one time.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
That cage is just unforgiving, man. It really is. It truly is. I don't know,
but I think that's why people love it, because if you are matched up correctly, like you do, then it's not a clear like, oh, this the outcome is not clear.
Yeah, and I think the fighters know that. They know it. I mean, they know it. There's not. You're just going to go in there and it's going to be an easy fight.
Right.
It's just not.
I've seen fast fights.
Yeah, I've seen some.
I don't know if I've ever seen an easy fight at Synergy.
No, my favorite fights, honestly, are like the fights where it's like one person's winning, and the other person starts winning.
Yes.
And like, no matter what, you have highlights of both those guys.
Yeah, right.
So that's my favorite part. I'm like, oh man, look, that's content.
Yes.
For me, it's like, oh, that's content. It's perfect content. So,
yeah.
I don't know, man. Comeback stories are awesome. We've seen a few of them.
Oh yeah.
So
there's a lot that goes on. I love it.
A lot of fights, man. We've watched a lot of fights.
God, so many. And then we edit the footage, so then we're watching it again.
Yeah. And then you watch it 10 times. That's why people are like, I can't believe you're not like sitting there watching every fight. Like, first of all, I'm like running around doing shit.
Yeah, I got a show to put on.
But like, I don't until the last show. I've kind of I'm going to sit down here. I'm going to watch these fights. I've been doing that a lot lately, or like the last few shows. Like,
just let things occur.
Yeah, because I do watch, like you said, I watch them 20 times afterwards
from 6 different angles.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm overwhelmed. Like, whoa, this is just so much. You know? But yeah, man, content is key. And I think the fighters need it.
Yeah.
And fighters need media to promote themselves. Like, you have to give them these things because they're not going to do it. You give them these things, and then hopefully they'll do it.
I have noticed a lot more guys that have some sort of like personal camera guy coming through.
Yeah, they do.
That hasn't happened as much in the past.
No, and I mean, I let it happen for the most part. When I probably shouldn't.
Tell them to get the hell out of here. No, they're usually fine. There was one guy who was like right in the way, like right in front.
I know. I saw. I did see a few of them where I'm like, all right, bro, you need to sit down. Or I told one of them to sit down. They just don't know. They're just young dudes and never done media. It was like the at the last one, Billy's guy who was filming.
Yeah.
He was cheering, and I was sitting next to him. I said, hey, you're cage side.
Yeah.
He's like, what does that mean? I was like, you're media, so that means you can't pick a side here. He's like, oh. I had no idea. And I was like, no, you're good.
Right.
You're good. You're young. You have no idea.
Yeah.
So I just told him, I was like, as media, you just kind of got to,
yeah.
Even though you're there for a guy, you need to play it like cool, because I feel like I try my best to let these guys have their media guys or have that content that they need. I feel like we give them enough content also, but, every now and again, I don't mind a media guy as long as they go through the proper channels to get their stuff.
Right.
Cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think about that all the time. Trying not to be, pick a side. I mean, Zarek, obviously, is my boy. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, go. But I'm just dead face, filming him. And I go so far as to think, like, what am I wearing? Because I got some crazy T-shirts and get-ups and stuff. And I'm like, don't wear that. Like, the focus needs to be on the fighter.
Yeah.
Just wear a normal T-shirt and a hat or whatever. Like, don't stand out. This person needs to stand out, which when some of those guys I'm just a lot taller than and bigger than, so it's like I try not to get too close because I know like this. There's a stream too. There's like cameras everywhere and there's a bunch of people watching.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and I want it to be about them. Like this is their moment.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody's here to see dumbass camera dude. So I try to move and be about as best as possible.
Yeah,
to get the shot and
it's
everything.
Their moment, man.
It is.
That's what I've always kind of like. I'm like the behind the scenes type of dude.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind I'm fine when I'm like in front of the camera or on the mic or whatever. I just don't like to do it anymore because I feel like I've done it so much and now I'm like is these guys' time or
Right.
whatever. Like, as far as on the mic goes, I had a podcast, so I was always the yet to be named MMA show. I was always doing that, and then
Nice name.
I'll never have a name for it. That's it.
To be determined.
The yet to be named MMA show. But yeah, anyway, I don't know where I was going with that.
It's their time, and
Yeah,
it's like
it's their time.
people buy tickets to see the fighters. you
Yeah,
know,
and
so
honestly, like most people are buying tickets to see a specific fighter. They're not coming to a Synergy show. Now we're starting to get that now.
to see the whole show.
Yeah,
right.
see, but most people are coming to see one fighter.
Right.
And that's why we try to make it a show, like the whole thing, the music,
Yeah.
the videos, all
Right.
that. It's like we try to make it a show so that those people that came that one time with that fighter might come again.
Yeah. I think you do a great job at that. Like from start to from start to finish, it is a show. It's an entertainment show. You got like the
music,
now-
even like
Yeah.
I
Oh,
pick the
the
music.
music's-
I pick everything. I pick the music.
Yeah.
Like I try to make sure. Some DJs try to come in there and play like country all night. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm like, dude, come on,
No.
cut
You
that.
Play that strip club music.
Just play the Synergy playlist, man.
Is that what it is?
It is.
That's hilarious.
And it's just like it's a little bit of like upbeat rock,
Yeah.
hip hop, a little bit of upbeat country, just different stuff that like people are like gonna know, right? A lot of 2000s hits. You know?
It's a lot. It's a lot of energy. Like every song has a
energy.
ton of energy.
It has to be though.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if the crowd's pumped up, it's
Yeah.
like that's why I love having Gerald and then Caleb. Like
Yeah.
if we can get those two at the same time, oh my gosh! Like
Oh,
one to
I
hype
heard
the
you talking
crowd
about
and one
that.
cage announcing.
Yeah.
Woof!
I heard you
everybody-
talking about that.
Yeah, don't put this on here.
Really?
Don't put that part on there now.
I'll beep it out. No, that'd be cool. Yeah, again, try not to be like too biased or crazy or whatever. Like you play that music, and I'm like trying not to dance and like move the camera. I'm like,
I just feel like it has to be a vibe in there.
yeah.
And if
and it's a long show for the camera guy. For us, I'm talking me and Brian. So it's like we're trying to stay hyped. We're trying to keep it
it's
going
long.
because it's like, oh, here comes another fighter, and I want to be as excited as the first fighter or the fight that I'm looking forward to. Like each one of these is its own thing. It's its own event, its own special, I don't know, whatever. So I want to make it as special as I can for them, like get them the good footage so they get the good highlights. And if they win or lose, at least they have something. Yeah.
Yeah, you know how many pictures I got from my fight? And it was a 3-round fight. I mean, it was boring too. But
No.
I had 2 pictures.
Oh, man, 2 pictures.
2 pictures. Appleton's hitting out like 140 pictures per like 30-second fight. I'm like, whoa, damn! How'd you get that many?
That's the ones that he edited, not the
Yeah.
ones he tossed out because he's like, whatever.
Yeah, and Appleton, man, like he's our photographer. For those that don't know, he's like getting better with us too.
Yeah.
Like as you go, you'll see like, oh man, look at that.
Yeah.
That's improved from the last show. And
Yes.
like watching his improvements have been fucking awesome, and like watching him grow with us. Like he's been with us since the beginning, and man, like he's been taking some fucking killer shots. These last like 6 shows really, just upped his level.
Yeah, his timing is getting so much better.
And he's not like him and Brian. He'll chop it up with Brian, and Brian will give him little tips.
Oh,
and like I love it. Like I love the little team that we've created.
Yeah.
People that know each other, and then like most of us do jiu-jitsu outside of obviously going to the shows and stuff like that. So we all know each other. Like even the cage crew guys.
Yeah.
It's like a family. Like we're all homies.
Oh, the Cage Crew is like what, a group of bachelor boys or something, like they just they're on.
Most of us are married.
Well, you know what I mean, like
Once we get together, it's like whoa, But yeah, man,
working hard, then going back to the B&B and
just
staying up all night.
Yeah, staying up all night,
getting up early,
playing Uno and Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's fun though. It's that group setting is awesome, man. And like the people that support me are like my homies, like they're my friends. So like having them at the show is awesome all the time.
Right.
Like the Hobbses and the Coda's the blood guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Coda's not only the blood guy, he's also like cage crew guy. And
Yeah.
like all these guys, they work so hard at our events, and I'm appreciative for it.
Yeah.
Because they've been there when I lost a lot of money on a show, and like they all had to bring back like cases of beer in their cars where they were driving like this down the highway, like, and it's not a lie. My first show, I just bought too much alcohol, and like everyone's car on the way back to Pittsburgh was like just scraping the back because there was just so much alcohol left.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like to see where it is now is awesome. Like,
Yes.
honestly, getting together with Zach was the best thing for me. He's the professional, like everyone likes him. There's nothing bad to say about Zach. Like perfect. Me on the other hand, like I used to talk shit to get the guys from St. Louis to fight the guys from Kansas City. I don't have to do that no
like
more.
Burner accounts.
Oh, no. I would do it for my account. I would be like, you guys are just too scared to fight each other. Like, let's just do it. You know?
I love that's great.
But like it was always like the KC promotions would try to do it, but the guys from St. Louis were like, oh, I don't want to fight on that one, and then vice versa. So I'd be like, well, we're in Springfield. Let's just do it in Springfield.
Oh, I see.
It's like
there's a good middle ground.
Yeah, middle ground.
Yeah. Are you
like,
scared?
Yeah, it was fun, man. It was fun. But yeah, I used to talk trash to do that. I don't do that no more. Maybe that's what I'm lacking right now.
I don't think you're lacking
I'm just
anything.
kidding.
No, you're doing great. Just keep on doing.
Yeah,
keep the
man.
momentum. Keep the people
Thank
around
you.
you. Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep killing it, man. Like June 21st is gonna be a big show. I mean, bare knuckle. That's different. You know, that's different from what we've done. And those guys are vets. And there's a lot of fights on that card. I'm talking about a whole card full of like rising talent. That's the one that's really like, you're like, holy shit, like this is a big card.
Yeah.
So
I've seen some of the most amazing knockouts in Kansas City. In fact, one night we had 9 knockouts.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
My buddy Alex Hill, Dr. Hill, came to that fight, and I turned around. I was like, "It's usually not like this," because it was just one after the other.
Yeah, that one was a one where it was just like, and some tough knockouts. Some like,
Not just like little dings, like
nah,
full on
you're out for a moment.
One dude's dad was getting held back because
yeah.
that one was like,
I do remember that. And what's crazy about that is he got knocked out right in 5 seconds that show, and has looked amazing ever since.
Yes.
Amir Nizami. He has looked amazing ever since fighting. And let's just say he was making his debut against a guy who had almost 10 fights. So yeah, that was a little experience there.
and luck and everything else. That
Yeah, I
goes
mean,
into
no,
it.
Trent's good,
Yeah.
but yeah, he just went in there and wasn't ready for it. And
Yeah.
Trent wasn't playing around, came right out. But ever since then, Amir has progressed, looked great, didn't quit, just kept going. So like, yeah, he's up there for
That's the key.
He's up there for like top amateur contender, I would say. He's one of them.
Yeah,
He's talented.
yeah. I love seeing him fight.
Oliver Mace, whew, that kid's good.
Is he an amateur?
He's about to go pro, I think, pretty soon.
He's
got to go pro.
He's
pretty
something
soon.
else.
There's really not much left for him.
I was
on
gonna
the
say he
amateur
won
scene.
the tournament thing that you put on.
Yeah,
He's
him,
done-
Terrell Jones,
That's who we.
Caleb
practice
Woodside. Yeah, all those guys were in the tournament. I think all those guys would go pro. Holden, he's getting closer, closer to going pro. But yeah, man, like, yeah, all those guys are pretty close, man. They've fought everyone you could fight on the
was gonna
amateur
say, there's
scene.
not much left.
And each other, you know.
Yeah.
So there's not much left for them to see on the amateur side.
Yeah.
Unless it's like maybe they need a fight because they've been out for a minute and just kind of need
something
something. But I see a lot of those guys going pro soon.
Yeah. Which would mean what? They get like pull in more talent from further away just because they've fought everybody in the area.
Oh, as far as like what would I
Going
do for
pro?
their pro day? Yeah.
You would say like we're gonna bring in somebody from Nebraska or
Yeah, somewhere outside of the area.
Right,
Most gyms are familiar with them around here, which
Right.
fine. I mean, unless one of those guys want it, but
yeah.
for the most part, we probably go outside of the area for
Get some fresh meat, just some new faces.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. He's good, man. He's good.
Ollie?
Yeah.
He's so good. Yes. It's like such an interesting style, I guess is what it is.
He does. He's won by submission. He's won by knockout, I think. But interesting submissions too. Like, what did he get that one time? What was it?
No idea.
You don't remember?
In the tournament?
No, in the tournament.
Was it like a Darce type thing?
No, it wasn't a Darce. What did he get? Oh,
Like
man.
a choke, wasn't it? Because I almost remember
It was more like a knee bar. It was like a spladle. It was a spladle.
Oh.
What is that called?
I don't know. I don't
Oh
remember
my
that.
God! Now I'm like,
I wish we could pull it up. Jamie, pull it up.
Jamie pulled it up. That's funny.
I wish.
Man, spladle.
What's a spladle?
It's like when you're You got you like it's like a wrestling move. Man.
Like your legs are flared out like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up.
I've never.
This is gonna bother me now. They probably won't even say it.
Yeah, be careful Googling spladle. No telling what will come up.
Let's see here.
Put one of these in.
It says knee bar, but it wasn't. It was.
Was that in Kansas City? I guess he's only fought in Kansas City.
Yeah, it was like a. It was a spladle, pretty much. He just had him stretched out.
I kind of remember it, almost like an electric chair type thing. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't an electric chair, but something like contorted in a very
he had like his leg up here and then almost had him knee barred, really.
I kind of remember it because I remember his face because he was like looking at the crowd like I have.
And he had just got rocked. Like all he got hit and dropped. And then he just, boom, got up, got on top of him. And it was a weird... It wasn't a Boston crab or something, but it was
something like
it was
that.
It was a spladle.
Yeah.
Solov crab. I don't know what the hell it was called. Something weird.
You know what? I have trouble remembering all the fights just because, one, that we have so many.
We have so many.
But two, like, even though I'm cage side, a lot of times I'm not quite paying attention to the fight.
Because you're so into the footage.
Into the camera, making sure it's focused and lighting and everything. Like, I'm paying attention, obviously. Did you see the clip that H-Town posted of me reacting to Colton Vought's takedown? Oh my God, you have to see it. It's me. I'm across the cage and Colton takes this guy down and I'm literally like freaking out. Talk about like not being biased. It was just an amazing takedown and I was right in front of it and I was like, I'm not kidding. Like I freak out that much. And I was like, I don't remember doing that. But
sometimes I do too. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a reaction.
Yeah.
You know?
This last card, I reacted several times audibly. Like whether
I heard some of them.
Okay, because during the fights, I was like, I wonder if that's going to be picked up. And then I watched it. I'm like, I can hear myself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There's some I try to I'll take it out.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Now I'm just going to hold my breath.
It's just a corner cam, whatever. You can hear the corner.
Sometimes it freaks me out.
Sometimes I'll mute it because you can hear like certain things the corner says that's a little explicit.
Oh,
I'm
really?
Like, yeah, it just. Like, dude, what are you talking about over there?
Really?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
They cuss a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They cuss a lot. But, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's the fight game.
Yeah.
So, I don't care.
I cannot guarantee what that microphone's going to pick up when I point it because it's a shotgun mic. So, no matter where I point that thing, it's going to pick something up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which is cool, which is something that, I know you and I and Zach have talked about, but like expanding the media, doing a little bit more narrative style, like docu style, especially for some of these guys that are like, super talented and great personalities and people where, for you for sure are like that guy, that kid's got it. Doing something on them.
Yep.
2-minute documentary, 3-minute
documentary. We need to do that.
Because there are so many personalities that we can tap into.
Too.
So many stories, yeah.
I mean, you never know somebody's background.
Pinkley would be awesome.
Yeah, Pinkley
Marshall, he would be great. And we kind of did one on Marshall, but we could expand that and just. I think there's so much opportunity.
There's a lot of guys, man. These stories are cool, man.
They are cool, yeah.
They got a lot of cool backgrounds, and a lot of them have rough backgrounds, and a lot of them have had perfect lives,
Yeah.
So.
Well, just kind of like Juice, the other day, you guys brought him out into the octagon. He said, I started training MMA to lose weight. Like, what? That's amazing. You just, something to do.
I stumble across this.
Kind of, right? I mean, he's athletic and he's smart and everything. But it's like, now you're in the UFC. And you just started out just wanting to, I need something to do. I need something to lose weight. That's a more, gentle backstory compared to some of these guys that are just so hardcore. But
yeah, man, it's awesome. It really is awesome to see Juice where he's at right now. It's a lot of hard work that kid's put in, man.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And we talked about him earlier, but he is one of the guys that always did the media. Yeah, like how many people have canceled on us while we set everything up and. Hey, I'm not going to make it. Like, I've been here 3 hours, waiting on you.
No,
Juice always shows up.
Stuff.
Always.
Yeah. He knew what it would do. And like honestly, most of the people in Springfield kind of know what it has done for the area, the region. I mean, Southwest Missouri.
Talking synergy in general? Yeah.
It has done a lot for the region because there was never really like I said earlier, there was never really an established promotion. There was established promotions that were. Yeah.
So,
you know, and then like Zach would come and do a show every now and again, and then I would come and do a show every now and again. It was never like established. It would just be like, oh, every now and again there'd be a Springfield show.
Yeah.
So I think having that established show there is awesome.
Yeah.
It's good for MMA there.
Oh yeah, all martial arts. I think it is. How did you and Zach like? What was the conversation there? Did you actually know each other before?
Yeah, like when I was doing media, he was one of the guys that fought while I was doing media. So he was fighting in Springfield before he got to the UFC, and I would always have video of his fights, and I'd bring him on my podcast. And
oh, cool.
So it was cool. And then like he was doing shows, and then I was kind of doing shows too.
He was doing promotions?
Yeah, promoting.
While he was fighting?
But not a bunch, just like, you know, probably about 4 or 5. He had done 4 or 5.
While he was fighting?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then he was doing a show in Springfield with another promoter, and he was like, hey, can you, and this is like a week out from the fights. It's like, hey, can you help match this card? And I was like, I don't know, man. Maybe it was 2 weeks or something like that. And I was like, I don't know, man. It's kind of close, you know. So like, see what you can do. And I matched a bunch of fights.
Nice.
And then, well, we've always been friends. And then we were kind of both wanting to go to Springfield. I was like, well, why don't we just do it together? Like, if we're going to go to Springfield, let's just do it together. So we were coming to Springfield, but doing it like 2 different names. Like he'd do one name and then I'd do one. So then we were like, well, let's just make it synergy because it's 2 things coming together. And that's what we did. But yeah, I've known him for a long time. And his mom, because his mom's always with him, you know. So I've known him and his mom forever. I mean, years.
I think it's a great business decision that you two got together.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
like,
man.
yeah. Well, you had Apex? Is that what yours?
He had Apex.
And you had?
And then I had Fight Hard.
Fight Hard. Nice.
But I was working for FAC. I was working for Cardin. I was working for pretty much any small or any regional promotion in the area that needed matchmaking. Walkout FC, Blackout FC. I mean, at one point I was matching for like 5 different promotions at once.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Some of the promoters hated it. I didn't care. I just because you're only making like $500 a show.
Oh,
it's like I need 7 shows, right? Like I need that many shows to match. I mean, $400 or $500, you know. Wow. You know, and it's not. I mean, it's not worth it. You know, it's a lot of time.
Oh, I can't imagine the time.
No,
the research.
Spend so much time doing that.
You're probably making phone calls all the time,
man. All the time. My phone's dinged about 100 times since I've been here.
I believe it. I believe it. So talk like. What does it take to put on a show? I know it's probably different now than it was when you first started, but I'm always blown away by how many people, like you got doctors, and sanctioned people, and cut guys, and coaches.
You know, and you don't have to have all that. You got to have a doctor, and ambulance, and you got to have...
You got multiple
You got to have
medical people.
Doctor, ambulance, and the commission.
Yeah.
And that's all you have to
referees.
Have. Well, yeah, that's part of the commission, though.
Oh, okay.
So like the cut man, that's just extra. That's just something we bring in.
Oh, interesting.
Like we don't have to have cut man, and we definitely don't have to have 2 of them. But it doesn't make sense to bring one because what happens if 2 fighters are cut?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Then they have to focus on one fighter to the other.
I'm bleeding
so we
out.
Bring 2 in, and those guys work for the UFC as well.
Wow.
So you know we got to have that. We got to have insurance. Got to have. I mean, there's just so much.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, where do you even begin? Like, because you have your own cage and stuff. So that's kind of, you know, you get your cage crew. They go get that and set it up. And then how many phone calls are you making to say, I need you here, or can you be here? The announcers, you know, they're doing their own thing a lot of the time.
I'm always on the phone.
I was going to say, yeah.
So so announcers. I mean, there's just so much into the, and this is more Zach's area. That's where he comes in.
Okay.
You know, but yeah, man, like ambulance, EMTs, doctors, insurance, the list goes on.
Door ladies, you
got security.
All the people downstairs at the shrine.
So many fucking people, dude. So many.
It's surely it's easier now just because you're way more established.
Sure. And a lot of it is you tell the state gets the referees and judges.
Okay.
I don't mess with any of that part.
Okay.
And the doctor, the state brings the doctor as well.
Okay.
So like I work on the cut man, and and make sure that we have cut men, and make sure we have DJ, and make sure we have production, and make sure, you know, all the streaming stuff. And I do all that stuff. So like making sure all their pictures are cut out for the stream. And man, it's just a lot of work, bro. And
it's
like,
a ton of work.
I love it. But it is stressful at times, you know, especially when our shows are so close together.
Yeah.
'Cause sometimes we'll have like a week apart, and those ones are tough.
That hasn't happened often, but it did happen a couple months ago.
Yeah, it's happened a few times. So. But I'm just so used to it now.
Yeah.
It's like, and that's honestly why I book so many fights, is because so many are going to fall out.
Right.
And you got to make sure that that's all put together. Because one time I had 9 fights, which ended up being a great card.
Yeah.
But still, 9 fights, that's a little scary.
Yeah.
If I lose 2, then I got 7. So it's always rough, man.
Yeah.
But, man, it's just what I choose to do, and here we are.
Yeah. I just remember one time, I don't remember which event it was, probably in Springfield. I just remember taking a moment and looking around and kind of realizing all the different aspects of a synergy event, because maybe I was taking it for granted, because we roll together, we hang out, you know, we're pals, and it's like, you're my boss, but we're pals, you know, so sometimes it like doesn't click. But right in that moment, I'm kind of looking around like, this is serious. This is like a serious big event that people look forward to and makes or breaks people's careers.
And I feel that way, but I still feel like we got, like, when I look, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes I'll go up, right?
Yeah.
And like just take it all in, right? And
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm so proud of this.
Right.
But in my head, I'm like one of those people that's not quite satisfied all the time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm proud of myself, but there's so much more. And I think that's just part of being like an entrepreneur. Is like, there's so much more that I could do. And like, what more can I do? What more? And that's always in my head. The whole show.
Yeah.
The whole show. It's in my
And
head.
you can tell that you've had that thought, and you can tell you've acted on that thought. Because I've been to all the shows, and I'm ringside to film, and I can see, like, I remember, you know, when I first started, probably like Synergy 6 or 7 or something like that, and where we are now at 2021, it's like they're different shows. They're different promotions. They're better. They're bigger. They're more organized. They flow better. The crowd is I've never really seen a crowd, you know, zone out at one of our shows, but like they're more dialed in. Like
they're dialed in.
Yeah, there's not like a fight where they're like yawning or whatever.
I feel like the fans are starting to get invested into certain people.
That's what I'm talking about. Then that's what the narratives that are coming up. Like, because when I went to the first time I went to a NFL game, my uncle works for the Ravens, and we went to the Ravens game, and they would have certain personalities that the whole stadium would know, like certain chants for certain personality. You know, someone would get a sack, and it's like goose, goose, old goose, or whatever. And I thought that was so cool, but because it was like his chant, and the stadium knew it, and the opposing team, maybe they knew or they didn't know, but it was almost like an inside joke, but not a joke, but like an inside, like if you know, you know. Yeah. And I feel like we're getting to that point, because I recognize people that are fighting again. And I remember last time he got a guillotine, and maybe this guy's a striker, and he's not going to let him get taken down. And so we get to see them in different scenarios, and it's so exciting. And you kind of get emotionally attached to these guys, and you hate to see them lose.
Man. Yeah,
you do. And I bet you do especially.
I do, man. It is tough at the end of the night, because you know that half the card lost, right? Yeah. So it's like, 18 guys or maybe or 17, whatever it is, they lost, and it is tough to deal with sometimes. But a lot of them, a lot of me is like, I know what's next for them. I know what. A lot of it's in my head the moment I see the outcome of the fight.
Wow.
It's like, who could I match? But that happens a lot on fight night for me.
Yeah.
I'm already like, or I'll go and I have a Google sheet that's just like potential matchups.
Oh, nice.
I might not be matched yet or whatever, but like I do have a Google sheet of just potential matchups.
Oh, that's cool.
So like whether they can happen or not, I don't know, but it's just all in my head.
You're just thinking all the time. Yeah.
I'm watching a lot of different promotions right now. Like that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing a lot of studying on different promotions and the fighters in those promotions. And
so how do you do that? Are you just at your house and
man, I
get thrown up on the TV?
I pay for a lot of apps, let's put it that way.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot of MMA apps.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, like I'll watch a lot of let's just say like I'll watch a lot of Risen, and that's in like Asia. So I'll watch a lot of that and like one to try to just production stuff. Like they do a lot of amazing production stuff. So I'll like watch that. So like
You taking notes while you're watching
Yes,
stuff?
and then as far as like even UFC, I have to take notes while I watch UFC. I'm like, ooh, like I like the way that graphic looks.
Oh, okay.
Can I make something similar?
Yeah.
And I do, and I try my best to.
Yeah.
No, not copy, but just something
Emulate.
similar. Yeah, like something similar to that. Like, ooh, that looks like the way the flag is on that. Like, that's awesome. Or just the way their moving graphics are sometimes, which I'm not doing no moving graphics, but
Someday we will.
someday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I do several moving graphics, but like as far as like the bottom stuff, like it doesn't need to be like moving or something. It just needs to pop up and
You don't want to do the NFL where they're like, you know what I mean?
Oh, that would be cool though.
Actual footage of the guys.
I do have a character already though. I will send it to you later.
What do you mean? Character?
I have like a Synergy FC character.
Like an animation, like a fighter.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. You know, I'm talking like when they announce, like on Sunday Night Football.
It's like the robot guy or what?
Well, that too. But when they announce, so they'll be like, "Oh, starting defense is like Clem Masterson, Mississippi State or whatever." You know, I know we can't do that, but how cool would it be to have like the actual footage of the guy pop up or whatever?
Oh, we could do that.
There's all kinds of stuff.
We could do that.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it kind of for the main event a little bit. You know, we've done it for the main events, but it'd be cool to like do the 4 fights, like the pro fights or whatever. That'd be pretty cool. Like right before they walk out, they like, hey, you know, and then they say something or whatever. That would be freaking awesome. Then the fans would know more about them too. That'd be cool.
That's what I noticed when we started doing the hype videos for the main events or the or we've done both. It's like it gives a name and a little bit of a backstory for the crowd. So that you said, you know, so and so came for their amateur buddy, but they're staying the whole program. They're going to watch the pro fights. Now they know, oh, this is so and so, and he's from this gym.
Yep.
And you kind of get a vibe from their interview, like either they're really aggressive, I'm gonna beat his ass or whatever, or they're like, oh, I hope it goes well. And then all of a sudden, you know, you got to watch this 2-minute hype video, and then, oh God, there he is. He's right there. He's getting. Oh, he's in the cage. Okay. And it gives the crowd a little bit more. They're invested more because they know who's who. They kind of probably pick a side, like, oh, I like this guy a little bit better, or oh, let's see what he's made of. I don't know.
I love listening to the fans when they're talking about that stuff too. I'm like, oh man, I love.
Like this. What do you hear?
Fans will they'll pick the fighter or whatever, or they'll like be going back and forth about it. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah,
like, I created this.
Yeah,
like, that's the part that's cool.
Yeah,
the coolest to me. Like when I'm up there, yes, I'm thinking those things, but I'm like, man, me and Zak created this. Like basically, it's just me and Zak. Like for the most part, right? It's like we created this, and then everything we brought in has made it that much better. Like bringing in videographers, like a lot of people don't do that.
Yeah,
bringing in the photographer, a lot of people don't do that still.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, but it's the truth.
Yeah,
like there's 3 promotions in Missouri that really do it, or 4 promotions in Missouri that really do it, man.
Yeah,
I mean, and there are several promotions, right? Like the weigh-in photos, right? A lot of promotions don't do that shit.
Interesting.
Just come weigh in and then you're done, you know. Or you get a phone picture with a cell phone, you know, and that's fine. There's a place in the sport for that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what I want. I wanted something where it's like, you have all this media, you have all this content. Now, work it like you can, like Julius has.
Yes.
Work it like you can, like Ray has, Marshall has. Like these guys all know how to do interviews.
Yeah.
Because of what kind of we've done with them, you know, like they're all getting there. It's like what it's all about. Yeah, it's part of it.
Part of it. And when the promotion and then the owners of the promotion are the ones that are setting the standard, you know, this is the professional level of professionalism that we are going to hold ourselves to. This is the type of media that we're going to put out. I think that sets the tone for everybody. You know, they're not walking into, I don't remember the promotion that you said earlier that was, you know, backwoods.
Collision in the
cage. No shade thrown. Do they still?
No.
Okay, I was going to say.
We're good.
Do they still put on shows? Do they put on shows still or no? I was going to say we should go to one. If they did. But, you know, if you guys are putting that sort of professionalism and standard, then everybody else rises to that occasion and they hold themselves as professionals, and it's easy for them because the setting is so professional and so well done. It's easy for Colton Vaught to show up and do his thing because you've created it for him.
Yeah.
To be him and, you know, push that energy out, put on a great show, win, lose, whatever, and the crowd loves it, and they get what they paid for it.
Crowd loves it, man. The atmosphere inside of our shows, I feel like, is just different. Maybe I am biased for sure. I love my own product. I love what we're doing. Yeah. And I think that's why it works. It's because I do love it, put so much into it. But I feel like the fighters also love it and put into it.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's certain ones that might not, but I feel like for the most part, everyone that's fought for us will fight for us again.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like there's any doubt about it. I feel like the guys that have fought for us will always fight for us until they,
right,
until they move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
And I hope they do. Like, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I don't want you fighting regionally forever.
Yeah.
I want you guys to make it. Yeah. Like, I want you guys to get where you want to be in the sport. It might not be the UFC. It might be fighting in Asia, making bank, It might be fighting elsewhere. It might not be the UFC. But most people now want to be in the UFC.
Well, there's Bellator. There's there's a lot of upper level.
One is up there. There's so many, Bellator is now PFL, but
is that what?
Yeah.
I see.
But still, I mean, there's just so many.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not a lot of major promotions anymore.
Yeah.
But there's promotions where you can go and you can for sure make a living.
Yeah.
So you just got to get there.
Yeah. Do you have much contact with the UFC personnel or?
I would say Zach has more than I do.
Okay.
I mean,
is that good to have or?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Because we could email, say, the UFC and say, hey, we have this guy. What do you think he needs?
Oh.
What type of fight do you think he needs to make it? Or,
that's cool.
They'll kind of, every now and again, sometimes they won't answer, but most of the time they'll answer back.
Yeah. That's cool. That's getting a little guidance like that.
Yeah. And like a lot of these guys have the right management too to get them in. So if they just have the right fights to get in, they can get in.
That's cool.
Yeah. Dude, there's a lot of guys right now that are so fucking close, man.
Yeah.
So close, man. And all they need is that one fight to get them there.
Yeah.
One fight.
One opportunity.
Yeah, whether they can win that fight or not, I don't know.
And it's kind of Juice's thing was opportunity. It was a last minute call, and he was in training and was in good shape and was able to take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, he was scheduled. He was scheduled for a fight, so he was kind of getting ready
for us, right?
Yep.
Yeah, for us. And then he gets this call, and all of a sudden he's in Seattle within days.
Which is funny because when he messaged me, or when I got messaged about the fight, about fighting in Kansas City, they were like, "Hey, he might have a UFC call."
Who said that?
His coach.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it was like, he might get the call from the UFC, so let's get something that's like, he's fought 3 gangsters in a row. Let's get maybe just get somebody middle of the road. And I was like, this dude's gonna get signed, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, well, we're talking about middle of the road. Like, are you sure he needs it? You don't need no middle of the road. You can get somebody killed in here.
No shit. No shit.
So, man, he was kind of getting ready for a fight or whatever. And, man, I got the call. It was like, hey, he's off the card. I'm like, okay. Because he got to the UFC? Because there'd be no reason why you should back out unless he's for real hurt or something.
Right.
They're like, yeah, I got the call.
That's cool.
I was like, fuck yeah. No, I couldn't say anything, of course, for a month.
That's pretty good for you, man. That's pretty good for you.
Like, damn it. Yeah. Hey, guys.
I'm not saying it, but.
Man. But I back in the day, too, when I did media, I always heard stuff that I couldn't say because I was friends with people, which always sucked because I was like, I can't break no goddamn news here. Like, I'm never going to get anywhere in this fucking place.
Chris Gregory here. Breaking news.
Yeah, I'll never get anywhere here.
Going live.
Shit. Just because I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to throw you.
Well, it's their news to
it's their news
to announce or whatever. But you get excited for them.
I was pumped.
Yeah.
I was pumped for Juice, man. I'll be pumped for the next few that go. I think there's several. I'll say it over and over again. The Ray Hayes is the guys that Ray Hayes will literally fucking fight anybody.
Yeah,
for real. He's not. Oh, let me protect my record.
Yeah,
he's not.
Yeah,
he's like, give me the fucking best out there. I want to make it. But he also knows he's still young in this sport. He got a 6-1 record fairly quick, so he's still a baby at the pro level, even though his record shows differently.
Yeah.
he's still a baby at the pro level because he just got there so fast.
Right.
He fought way faster than a lot of guys from around here fight.
Yeah.
I mean, always ready.
And it's such a good reflection on synergy too. I mean, if you think, if you have 4 or 5 guys go into that next level, it's like, okay, well, synergy's doing something right.
Yeah.
And if it's almost like I don't want to say farm, but kind of like that, where you're just building up these guys, these fighters, girls too, building up these people's careers in the right way. You're not just hamburger smashing them in there like.
Yeah. Well, if you hamburger smash them in there, once they get there, they're going to get hamburger smashed.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's the case because they're not ready. They're not ready. They're like, yeah, I feel like Juice was ready.
Well, it showed. He went all 3 rounds with the 15
top 15. Yeah,
top 15 went all 3 rounds.
Just think if we would have won that. Oh man, he'd be. I know
he didn't.
I don't
win.
know if he would have got the ranking, but like honestly, it was a great scenario either way. The outcome that happened was a great scenario for him either way.
I thought so too. Yeah, just to be there to last all 3 rounds.
Get that top 15 in the first fight would have been kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, it would have been a little weird.
Kind of intimidating a little bit.
Exactly.
You know? I mean, Juice is up for it, but still intimidating. You know, you're like, oh shit, I'm in the top 15. I had 1 fight.
Yeah.
Juice is still a baby in his career too. You know, he got there fast.
Mm-hmm.
All these guys get there fast, and there's guys that have kind of slowly got there too.
Yeah.
So
everybody's career is a little different. You know?
Everyone's
ups and
career.
downs,
and the weights are different too. You might be able to get in easier at 205 or heavyweight than you will at 155. It's just like so much talent. 145, 135. There's just so much talent out there. You might be able to get in easier if you're a 125er, say.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a lot of 125ers, so.
And that probably changes too over time.
It does.
It's just like this weight group is just stacked right now. Like there's just so much here, but over here not so much.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years go by and it shifts over here. Now this group is stacked.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, man, there's just I feel like the guys that are coming out of Missouri and Kansas right now are coming from mainly 2 promotions. I hate to give these guys a shout out, but it's Synergy. It's going to be Synergy and it's going to be FAC. That's 2 promotions right there. I mean, Shamrock is Shamrock, and they kind of St. Louis, and they do shows in Kansas City and St. Louis, and there's been guys that come out of there. Obviously in like Tulsa, there's XFL, the Dale Cooks promotion, and Dale Cooks been around for God dang, I don't know, ever since I can remember.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean he's done shows there forever. So there's guys coming out of there. California, then you got like 559. Like I watch all these, right?
Yeah.
So in California, you got like 559 fights who are like the amateurs, and then they kind of move up the amateur to pro, same as here.
Okay.
And they have a solid promotion out there. There's a lot of promotions I watch, and I'm a fan of too. You know.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I'll take things from them that I see. I'm like, ooh, like 559 fights. They do an amazing job at promoting fights. Like when I first kind of started, they were kind of doing it. Or when I first started promotion side, and I'd watch a lot of what they were doing and kind of mimic that, except for here in the Midwest. They're on the West Coast.
Right.
And like, I'm originally from California, so I know a lot of promotions out there too. Like when I was just a fan, so yeah, I watch a lot of shit, dude.
I can't
I pay for so many apps.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's crazy.
The tax write-off, right?
Bare Knuckle. I love watching Bare Knuckle. I'm a true fan of that.
The slap? Are you watching the slap stuff?
No.
Okay, good. I don't find that very amusing. It's like, hey, how do you get CTE really fast?
Yeah. Honestly,
what about card jiu-jitsu?
I'll tell you the reason. No. The reason why I don't like that is because it's just there's a backstory there.
Oh.
The person who does that is just not not the best human being ever. So
no, that makes sense.
I'll watch like Dana White's Power Slap every now and again.
Do they have one?
I'm not the biggest fan of it, man. It's in my opinion, and this was my opinion when Bare Knuckle came out, and this is honest, is that I was like, I fucking hated Bare Knuckle when it first came out. And not before this is before I even watched it, right? I was like, this is taking MMA back. When in all honesty, and that's what you think too, right? But it has nothing to fucking do with MMA. It's boxing, right? Like why would I think that it would take it back? I don't know. That was just my thinking. Is it's gonna take the sport back, like take it in a back, but it's not. It's totally fucking different. After I watched it, I was like, wow. This is one of the fucking most entertaining sports ever. Like bare knuckle fighting championships and BYB and like it's fucking entertaining to watch. And you're watching guys who were mid-level MMA guys fucking make it, man. Make it. Because they're just tough sons of bitches that are down for this stuff, man. And like, you know, it's brutal. Like it is brutal. Like, but it's fucking awesome. And I'm a fan of it.
Yeah.
But I was also a fan of, you know, Japanese MMA when you could soccer kick, and I love that shit. You can knee to the head on the ground. I loved it.
Yeah.
Now, do I love it in my cage where I have to pay the insurance and shit? Absolutely not. But I loved watching MMA in Asia and fucking, it was just awesome to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was brutal too. But bare knuckle, the reason why I'm a fan of it is just the excitement. It's pure. It's raw. You know, and I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's going to be awesome to see it in my cage. It's going to be cool.
It's a different, it's like a different aspect of the same sport, right? Like boxing is its own thing.
Yes.
But boxing is also present in MMA.
Yes.
And jiu-jitsu is its own thing, but it's also present in MMA. Same with bare knuckle. It's like it's boxing without the gloves and everything else.
Yeah, and then you have the clinch, which is like cool because you can't really clinch in boxing quite like you can.
Oh, right.
There.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like it's different, but it's the same, man. But like it's it's just a raw entertainment. And like they have some fights that I'm like, I don't really care for. But then there's just fights that you're like, wow, like that's going to be great.
Yeah.
You know, watching Chris Camozzi fight and like Mike Perry, who's just fucking entertaining as can be.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Kai Stewarts, who was a wrestler. He was a wrestler and then went into bare knuckle, and you're like, oh, they're just feeding him easy fights, right? And that's what, you know, I like to come on here and admit shit, right? It's like, this guy's going to get nowhere in this shit, you know? And fuck, man, he's just, wrestlers are tough sons of bitches.
They are.
And he's the champion right now.
Oh, is he really?
145.
Wow.
So like at first I was like, oh man, this guy, but he knows how to do it all, right? Like I'm gonna give a shout out to Kai because this guy knows how to do it all, right? He knows how to promote, he knows how to fight, he knows how to do it all, work his way up the sport, and he did that. And he was a wrestler, god dang it. Man, he freaking could fight, man. Bare knuckle. Awesome. He could fight bare knuckle. You know, there's Mike Perry, who's just the king of violence, man. He really is. King of violence.
It's a cool title.
It's a cool title. And that's what he is, man. He'll fight anybody. He doesn't care who it is. That's nuts.
Fighters are crazy. All of them are crazy.
They are. They all have to have some kind of like, I don't know. Probably the same thing they probably stay up late, fucking wake up early, just constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Right. Well, I always say I follow the fighters into the cage to get those shots. It's like I get to leave. I get to be like, okay, I'm out of here now. And there's times where I'm filming someone and I'm thinking, I'm so glad I'm not stuck in here with you because you're scary.
Yeah.
And I get to go out, but they're stuck in there, and there's just something about it, dude. Like you got to be ready for that. You got to be willing to say that cage is locked and it's me and you until I tap or die or
Who's
you
the
tap or
most
die.
intimidating person in the cage, you think?
Oh God.
Just as far as like UFC, I mean, like not like Synergy.
Oh, John Jones, scary for me.
I mean, I think he'd be scary, yeah. But I feel like Alex Pereira.
Oh yeah, Alex Pereira.
Just the way he does his little like walkout and like
his face, it's always just stone. It's literal stone. Yeah, there's
Seriously.
no emotion.
I feel like he has the probably the scariest demeanor, and he's not even like, if you listen to him, he's funny and shit like that, but his demeanor just kind of like, I'm like, ooh, shit.
He's just so locked in.
Yeah, every time he's standing there, I'm like, golly, like this dude is kind of scary. Like he's fucking scary.
He's super scary. Have you ever seen him in real life?
Yeah, but not like.
I think he'd be scarier.
Not like right next to me. He was a little ways away.
Yeah, but even then, it's like you get to see like seeing Juice.
These guys are fucking big too, man.
That's what I mean. You see Juice on UFC, and it's like, okay, that's Juice, and he's standing next to the. And I've taken pictures with Juice, and okay, I'm almost as he's taller than me, but I'm close. But then you see him on the TV, and you're like, okay, there's the octagon. But when you like see these guys in real life, it's way scarier. because it's like a real flesh and blood destroyer of men standing right there, and usually they're the nicest, most polite humans on planet Earth.
They are like all of them are really. I feel like the Midwest is like a lot of like weigh-ins. You'll see people pushing each other and shit. Like we don't even have to stand up there.
Right.
Like I feel like most of these guys have enough respect for each other and the promotion that they're not gonna put their hands on each other or whatever.
Right.
Plus that's just stupid anyway.
Yeah, like what good?
But like there's a lot where I'm like, damn, they just did that, like smacking each other and shit. Like Florida does it. Like a lot of the guys. I'm like, holy shit! Like
it's cool.
I get
sometimes.
it gets content and everything.
Yeah.
But man, like, come on, let's get these guys weighed in and get out of here. Most of these guys want to get weighed in and get their food. You know?
Yeah, right. No joke.
They're not trying to sit there and fight. Right? They fight tomorrow.
It's kind of cool. I don't know. I think it's more intimidating if they're just dialed in and they shake each other's hand and stuff. It's like,
most of the people around here are just talking to each other at weigh-ins anyway. Like, how was the cut? You know,
right?
It sucked. How was your cut? It sucked.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Where are you going to eat after this?
Yeah, but for the most part, it's a bunch of respectful dudes, man.
Yeah.
Just females, just trying to get to where they want to be.
Right. Right.
So for some people, it's just to fight.
Yeah.
Just to experience it. That was me. For me, it was like I was doing media and stuff, and like. I can't just talk about this shit. I got to do it. Like, and then Gerald Harris and King Mo and guys like that were like, "Yeah, you got to do it. You got to do it." All right, I'll do it. You know, and I did it.
Wait, how did that go?
So
like you say, you're doing media, and then I'm gonna do it.
Okay, so the guy that I'm not real fond of, the car jiu-jitsu guy, and
you fought him?
No. Listen, so he was the promoter at the time.
Okay.
And basically, he was like, "Hey, you want to fight in a few weeks?" And I was like, "Nah, not really."
Just out of nowhere?
Yeah, because that's how the game was back then. Like, It wasn't just him, but it was just the game. And I was like, no. And he asked me a few more times. He's like, "How about you fight that guy right there?" And I was like, looked at him. I was like, "Okay, I'll fight him."
Whoa.
I was like, "That sounds like a good plan."
How come you don't ask your camera guys if they want to fight?
I don't know. I just didn't want. I don't know. You know, I hate when people that I train with fight.
Yeah.
It's the worst to match.
I
will say that.
Right.
But so he asked me if I wanted to fight, and I was like, "Sure, you know, but give me like 4 weeks." So I lost like, I don't know, I'd like to say 30 something pounds.
Wow.
And because I was just sweating. I didn't really know how to like train properly or anything. Yeah. And like, so basically I was going to go to Springfield Hybrid at the time and train, but that guy ended up going there to train.
Oh no.
So I ended up like not really having a place to train. So I would train at Branson Fight Club with Marco. Marco's like an 18-year-old kid at the time. Or I don't even think he was that old. So it was like me, Marco.
Can you pick me up and take me to the gym?
It was me, Marco, and a few other people.
Yeah.
And so basically all I learned how to do that whole camp was like get underhooks and push them against the cage. Probably not the best game plan, but that's all I did the whole fight. It's like I got my underhooks. That's all I knew how to do.
Yeah.
Push them against the cage and like would swing a few times and punch them and then do it again.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and then I lost one. I got armbarred, and then I won one. So I went 2-1 in MMA and then 2-0 in boxing because I went to Tulsa and boxed a few times.
Oh, cool.
Which I suck at boxing. I have no idea how I
But
won
you did
any
it.
of those. But I did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I knew like I wasn't going anywhere with the sport. I was just doing it to have fun. I wanted to experience a win, and I didn't really want to experience a loss, but I didn't know how to do jiu-jitsu, so I got armbar.
That was
and I don't think I would have got armbar now like as easy as I did then because I know proper defense and shit, but I didn't know shit when I fought.
Yeah.
It's like, but it was fun, man. It was the experience. I got to feel it. I got to feel the whole, fight camp and weight cut and all that shit.
Walk out.
Yeah, walk out.
Yeah.
I got to walk out to Tech 9. And,
right.
Yeah.
That's always the personality question. Like, if you were a fighter, what would you walk out
Tech
to?
9.
Tech 9.
Tech 9. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. But I knew always that like I did it for like the media. I wasn't doing it to go anywhere with it. I just wanted to try it.
But that's good because, like you said, it gave you a different perspective. So now when you see these guys walk out,
It did. It showed me what I want too. Like I only got 2 pictures from 3 fights. You know what I'm from 3 fights. You know, so it's like
so one fight didn't get any pictures.
Yeah, one fight didn't get any. One I got armbarred, so I wasn't sharing those pictures.
That's the only picture I got.
Actually, I don't even know where those are.
Oh,
so
no.
I just wanted to bring like pictures. And,
Yeah.
just wanted to give these guys what I didn't get. That's all. Yeah. And basically, the only reason that promoter hasn't had an issue with me is because I decided I was going to like do my own thing and not his thing. That's the only reason. I tried to be cordial. I tried to shake his hand at events, but he's not the type that wants to like put the past in the past, and that is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm here doing my thing, and I'll always do that. I'll be here when nobody wants me here. I don't give a fuck. Like I'll be here.
No, and it's obviously working out just fine.
No, it's working out great.
Yeah.
The team that we have created and that we're trying to create still and add to it. And I think once those additions come, I think we'll see a slight change, a little bit of a boost in like places we go and new locations and new states. I think that's important.
Where are we going?
Well, I'd like to go closer to us, like to our area. So we're in Joplin, Pittsburgh. I'd like to go Oklahoma, not too far from here.
Yeah,
it's like downstream,
I
Buffalo
see.
Run,
I see.
Places like that.
Downstream would be cool.
Even back to the Kansas Crossing would be amazing because I live there. Like great shows and casinos would be awesome.
Yeah, casinos would be
awesome.
Very fun for the employees.
Yeah, so downstream and Buffalo Run are two that I really like. And downstream's never had a combat sports event as far as I know. And if they have, it was like a boxing event or something.
Yeah, not that I can think of.
So that would be cool. But man, like
great venue. You've been down there.
I'd really like to get in Oklahoma.
What's that? What would that take?
Just getting our promoter's license there.
Just calling up and saying,
we already have an established roster from Oklahoma anyway.
Of fighters and stuff?
Yeah. So, I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to put on a show. Plus, Joplin's right here.
Yep.
Like Joplin, and then Springfield's not too far either. And like I said, like we don't always have to put the Springfield guys on in Springfield.
Yeah.
There's about 9 of them on Kansas City.
Oh, nice.
Springfield.
Yeah.
So like building that is great. Like,
yes.
being able to, and those guys get to fight out of town inside the same promotion they really fight in anyway.
Right.
So they'll get the out of town experience within the same promotion.
Yeah, that's cool. That's good for them.
So I think that's pretty cool, and they need that. All these guys need that. It's just experience that not a lot of people have.
Yeah. No, it's, again, providing that opportunity, like you said, for them to travel. It feels weird not being, waking up in your own bed, you're waking up in a hotel, but it's for synergy. So they're seeing you, they're seeing the same referees and everything. So it's familiar, but just not at the same shrine or whatever.
Yeah.
Downstream would be sicker than the sickest.
And they have to deal with a lot of changes too, from fighting in Missouri to fighting in Kansas, right?
Like what?
So as far as a fighter goes, you can only knee in the head in Missouri.
Oh, actual techniques.
If you have 5 fights or more and you both agree on it.
Knee in the head?
Yes.
Can you knee the body?
Yes.
But the head is the one for 5 fights or more.
And in Kansas, it don't matter what your record is.
Yeah.
Knees to the head are legal.
Okay. Amateur?
So yes.
Okay.
So it is quite a change. Some people are like, man, I don't know about knees to the head yet. Which is fine.
Yeah, no. I don't blame them.
I mean, they don't get paid, so I get it.
Yeah.
So
what about elbows? That's another probably one.
No elbows.
Amateurs.
Not in Missouri and Kansas where we do shows.
Okay.
Nebraska, you can throw elbows.
As an amateur.
Yeah.
With any record.
Any record.
But in Missouri and Kansas, there's no elbows until you're pro.
Yes.
I see.
That's correct.
I see.
I think that's why when you finally see some of these guys go pro, they're throwing them things.
Yeah, they've been holding back all these years.
They've been waiting on, I've been waiting to throw this.
I can finally use this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, I don't know, it is different fighting in state to state. Rounds are the same, but yeah, it brings a lot of different experience, when you fucking 0-0 and you need the head.
Yeah. No, it's a big difference. I don't
Big
want to
difference.
What about Oklahoma? Do they have any different strange little quirks like that?
It's weird there. But
really?
It's kind of different. Like they have 3-minute rounds and I don't think there's any elbows.
Just at all.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Till pro or
A
whatever.
pro there is, yeah. But they do things differently. In I've seen a pro fight in Oklahoma be 3 minutes instead of 5.
Oh, interesting.
It's just different. But here it's always 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes is the set time. So I've seen some different things, but different promoters do different things. I'd like to do some different things, like one night tournaments again. You know, like I've done
cool.
that.
Yeah,
that was fun. The Grand Prix was awesome, where it was like a build up to that
Yes.
final Terrell Jones versus
Right.
Oliver Mace fight, which is crazy because I thought those guys were going to be in the end anyway. So it was like,
And they were.
yeah. Well, I mean, I felt like those guys needed to fight.
Oh, right.
I was like, I wanted those two to fight so bad.
Yeah.
And I felt like the tournament was going to kind of end up like that. But Caleb Woodside was like one of those guys where you just don't know. Like, I didn't know if Oliver Mace was going to be able to beat him. And like, that's what's great
close.
about it. Yeah.
It was close.
Yeah.
Or I'm probably thinking of the Tyrell fight. That one was close.
Yeah,
That
it
was much
close.
more
Yeah,
back
it was
and forth.
close. It was very
That was the
back
first
and
time
forth.
I'd ever seen Ollie not be in trouble, but be pushed to like his brink. You know, like, what are you gonna do now?
Yeah, I mean, he clearly won the fight from all the takedowns, but like he was in a fight the whole time.
He was in a fight. That's right.
Terrell Jones
That's
is legit too, man. These are guys are still amateurs too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, but it's crazy to think that, because when you watch them fight as they go, you're like, man, this could be a pro fight. But
yeah, they don't hold themselves like amateurs. You know, they walk around
professional.
like,
Professional during weigh-ins, professional after the fight. Yeah, man, these guys, those two are gonna make it.
Yeah,
that's a promise.
100%. Yeah,
I really do feel like those two will make it, as long as they stick to it. Obviously,
Yeah.
but
the Grand Prix was cool too because you got to follow along. You know,
Yes.
you'd see like these two and like, okay, then Ollie won, and you kind of built up a repertoire. Of,
yeah, I kind of wanted to
this
do that
was.
for that reason.
Yeah.
Just kind of, and plus it makes it to where the best two guys, essentially, the best two guys are in the finals,
right,
to fight each other. You know, so I thought it was cool, man. It was cool to crown the amateur featherweight Grand Prix title thing or whatever. It was awesome.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
It was cool.
Super
if I
fun.
could do that again, it'd be awesome. But I you know, like you say, you got to have enough fighters to really like make it worth it.
Right.
And like anything over like 4, I think is just too much.
Is that what
it would just take too long.
Is that what we had? Was 4?
Yeah, I had
this last
Holden
one?
Wills versus Terrell first, and then I had Caleb versus Oliver first, and then the winners fought each other.
Okay, and that's right
because if you do too many, it's just going to take too long.
It gets drawn out
unless you do it all on one night. And we didn't even do the first 2 on one night. We did one, and then another event, and then one.
So 3 total.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like 3 events total.
Yeah, and see that gets spread out. That could be months and you know spread out.
And you never know. Like one could go fight somewhere. I didn't want that to happen, which did happen. But
really?
Yeah. I don't like I say. I don't lock these guys into like anything. Obviously, if they want to go fight elsewhere, they can. You know, I don't care. I support it. Just don't be fighting on my card 35 days. You know, if you're booked on mine, just don't fight 35 days before.
Right.
We're good.
What else you want to do? I mean, like sorts of. I don't know.
What else do I want to do?
First energy. Like the Grand Prix was a cool thing. Is there any other sort of ideas floating around? Like
I would like to do a pro one-night tournament.
One night.
Where you fight more than once in one night.
That'd be cool.
It would.
So
be cool.
like fighter 1 fights and say he wins first round. He just goes to the back and gets ready for another fight.
Goes to the back. Oh, he goes. So they fight one fight, right? And then you go to the back and you get checked out by the doctor.
Make sure you're good.
This is like, I have this thing all planned out. I don't know if I should be sharing it, but I'm going to do it. You go back, because it's not like a tournament is anything new, right?
Right.
It's how the sport was created.
Yeah.
So you go back and you get checked out by the doctor, make sure you're good to go, compete again.
Yeah.
The other guy goes and fights, same thing. And then maybe we have some fights in between that so that they have some time, and then those guys fight. But I think it would be smart just to do 4.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have 8 to deal with, and then if something happens, you got to match it.
That might be your whole night.
Yeah.
Just doing a tournament back and forth, back and forth, back and
That'd
forth.
be cool.
You think so?
I
to
think
have the whole night?
I don't know about the whole night.
But
be a tournament.
4 would be cool.
4 or 2 fights.
Yeah.
That would be great.
I think
4
so
fighters,
too.
2, boom.
You know, first one,
I even
3 or 4
have
fights.
I actually have a whole proposal for the state for it.
Oh,
which has already been sent.
They have to confirm.
Which has already been sent. They just got a new guy in, so I'm waiting for him to kind of get in his seat and kind of get comfortable, and then I'm gonna be like, "Hey,
I got an idea.
I got a crazy idea." Which I have it all. I mean, it's just how an old tournament would work, except for there's like medical stuff they'd have to take place before they could come back out and fight again
after the first fight.
Yeah.
What happens if like they can't fight?
I would probably try to do 3 so that I'd have an alternate.
Okay. somebody that could step in.
Yeah.
If that were to happen. Okay. Because that's definitely a possibility.
Oh, there's a possibility. You get cut and then the fight not happen. Anything.
Yeah.
I just don't know how rounds would be yet. So that's just something that, like, you know, we work on as it goes. But if we can do a one-night tournament.
You're talking like you don't know how long they would be?
Yeah,
like how many there would be?
Yeah. I don't know how that would
they
work.
be shorter?
They would be shorter.
Like a
because you couldn't fight. Like, say you couldn't fight like
3-minute rounds
and then do it again.
Right.
You can only fight, I think, 25 minutes altogether
per night.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'd have to figure out.
Yep. I'd have to figure that out.
Whatever mathematical.
Not too hard.
Yeah. That'd be interesting. That's almost because that would
change.
And
you couldn't have like the first round be 2 rounds because then it would be like a draw. It could be a draw.
I see.
So you'd have to like.
So you have to have 3.
Yeah, you'd have to have 3, maybe 2-minute rounds or something. I don't know.
And that would change how the fighters would, strategize.
Oh, 100%.
Because they
100%.
only have so much time. So
we've seen one-night tournaments.
Yeah.
So I've done one where it was like the first fight was kickboxing, the second fight was boxing, and the last fight was MMA.
Oh, wow. How'd that go?
Sharky Slider won, and I remember that.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Different, huh?
It is different. It was just different.
It's almost like a gladiator style. Like we're just going to go through all these different.
See, and that's where the sport kind of is like it's kind of done different things.
Yeah.
Over the years, and sometimes you work on these crazy ideas and they come to fruition, and sometimes they don't.
Oh, I mean, I've seen the
That's the great
videos
thing about it.
Yeah, I've seen the videos like on Instagram where they have one guy versus 2 guys, or you know what I mean. And that's
one man versus or one
gorilla,
one gorilla versus 100 men.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing. Like, where did that even come from? Like, who made this?
That's a great question. I actually have no idea where it came from. It just kind of appeared in the social zeitgeist.
Is this something that has been talked about on the podcast already?
No, I've never talked about it. No, but you bring up a great point of like, where the hell did it come from? It's like a CIA psyop that just got thrown out there or something. It just appeared. It just appeared. I turned on my TikTok and there it was.
I just seen it and was like, what is this?
It kind of went drastically far. Like the people
I was actually thinking about it a little bit.
Just driving around.
Yeah, because honestly, we went to the zoo yesterday, and this was a conversation on the way to the zoo with my wife.
Because I was like,
dude, I don't know. Like, I feel like a gorilla would fucking destroy 100 men.
Think so?
But also 100 men are could be pretty smart. I feel like the first 10 are definitely getting sacrificed.
Oh, yeah, that's
without
a doubt.
I'm number 99.
Yeah.
Just put me as 99. We're good. I'll go last.
100.
Maybe there's some people tougher than me in there. So.
You hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully you got some good grapplers.
Is there like 100 Julius Walkers?
Is there a Gordon Ryan?
Exactly.
Who's juiced as a gorilla? You know what I mean?
God.
Like,
you've seen gorillas.
I feel like 100 men could win, but it's just like in your head, you're like, I've also seen the movie Congo.
Oh, God. There's a lot more than one gorilla in that movie.
I don't know. I feel like a gorilla would just manhandle everyone.
What
happens if one of them is a zookeeper? You know what I'm saying? These are the things that go through my head when we're talking about this. Like this.
What happens if he's? What do you mean if he's?
This is how matchups work in my head. Also,
what if he's a zookeeper?
What if one of the 100 men is a zookeeper? Then he can maybe tame the beast. Then we're good.
Just like tame him. Just it's okay, boy. It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. Yeah, there goes his head.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like I wish they had some footage of like a gorilla going hard.
This should happen in Russia. Like I feel like this is a matchup. Synergy FC, one gorilla versus 100.
Fight Island. Somewhere where there's like no rules or anything. Just
Mr. Beast is going to be on this before us because he has more.
He said he was going to do it. Did you see that? Yeah, I saw a video where Mr. Beast was saying we're going to make this happen, and I thought, oh shit.
Mr. Beast is hey. Have you watched the Beast Games thing?
I mean, I've seen it. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Because I was like, my kids were like, oh, you should watch this.
Yeah.
Then my kids stopped watching it, and I continued.
You got stuck?
I got stuck, dude. But like,
it's an interesting social experiment.
Awesome social experiment.
Right.
But like, I don't know what I would do, man. They should put me on that show.
That would be awesome.
I'm not going to say what I would do, but yeah, man.
Would you be a backstabber? Would you be a...
I would take the money.
Throttle.
I'd take the money.
Are you talking about the one where they're all in houses and there's like $1 million in the cube, and like they all decided before how much they would take, but then they're randomly drawn to go out and when they get drawn,
Well,
they take as much as they want.
Kind of, yeah.
Did you
or
see
like
that
4
one?
people, like, okay, so it was like 4 people that represented the team, or the team captains, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they represented their whole group, right? So like, if they took the money, the whole group was out. But
they
it was
got
on that one person.
But they got the money.
Yeah, the one person
The
got
leader.
the money.
Ooh, yeah. See.
So like, you're like, you could have some people pissed at you, right?
Yeah.
But like, at the same time, it's like, you also have a family.
yeah.
So you're like, but these people are like, so anyway, that happened, and then like none of them took the money. And then like after that, then it was super cool. It was a super fucking cool game though.
Yeah.
Like you're like, wow, who's gonna be the dick? Like who's gonna be the dickhead here?
And a lot of it was time too. Like you had 30,
Yeah,
30 seconds to figure
Yes.
this out, or everybody loses.
Yep, or
on your
everyone
team
loses.
whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I just, it's one of those things where you're like, man, would I be that dickhead to take the money? I think so.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like
Right.
in my head, when I'm actually like building connections with these people,
yeah.
like say it was like a bunch of Synergy FC fighters, I couldn't take the money from them.
Yeah.
You know, my people. Like it was my people.
It'd be tough.
It'd be tough, right? Like, but
Tank needs a new pair of shoes.
you need some Jordans, baby.
Yeah. Please, Dad, please.
Nah, but like, yeah, it was cool to watch that part of it. Like,
Yeah.
and first you're like, oh, Mr. Beast, this is kind of, but yeah, man, you're like, the dude's doing cool shit for these people. Like,
Yes.
and giving them an opportunity to either
Entertaining.
yeah,
For sure.
It was cool though.
Yeah.
it was a cool game.
Yeah.
It was like Squid Games, but for
100% Squid Games. Beast Games. Wasn't it called
Yeah,
Beast
it was called
Games?
Beast Games, yeah.
It's crazy. It'll just keep going too. They're just gonna
I
make
know
up
a
new.
fighter that will be on the next season also.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can't say their name though for sure, but
The next season of Beast Games?
Yep.
Interesting.
yeah,
That'll be cool.
yeah.
Well, good luck.
Good luck.
Fighter.
I know a fighter that's also going to be on Temptation Island.
Well, it's Temptation Island.
Oh my God, dude!
Is that?
Your wife doesn't watch this,
uh,
so it's like
watch Wild
boyfriend and
Thornberrys.
girlfriend go into a house,
okay.
and then
I like it.
then they send in like temptations, so like
Oh.
send in single people.
Oh.
I think
To
he's, I
seduce
think he's
them.
one of the temptations, I guess,
To seduce this person.
to like try to get them to like.
How do you sign up for that? I mean, not for me.
I'm sure somewhere on Netflix or whatever. It's on Netflix though. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah. Well,
It's crazy the shows there are. Like me and my wife call it smut TV. Like you're like mindless entertainment sometimes. So like sometimes we'll just put on shit on TV that's like is just mindless shit.
It's
Like,
just
you don't have
background
to,
noise.
Yeah, you don't even
Yeah.
have to pay for it.
That's-
but pay attention to it.
That's I would say that's what mostly our people are watching, you know. Like that's mostly what we have on. We don't put on smut TV like you, but no, it's whatever we put on.
There's
I'm
a lot
not
of
really
murder shit
watching
in my
it.
house. Murder in or
There's
like
a lot of murder in your house?
documentary.
Oh yeah.
Just a lot of documentaries and murder
Well,
shit.
what are you
I watch
doing?
a lot of Gold Rush.
What do you the History Channel show?
Yeah.
Nice. But what are you doing while those are on?
Nothing. Or well, I'm usually matchmaking.
Right.
I'm usually at
That's-
my computer doing something.
That's what like these shows they've just taken the place of, like music or like something that's background because we'll do that too and I'll be on my phone posting something or talking to Chad or I'm doing something else and every once in a while I tune in like oh shit
Yeah.
and then I go back to do
That's
what
how
I'm
I do
doing.
it.
Yeah, I think that's what most people do.
Yeah, I'm not a big TV guy anymore.
Yeah.
Like it seems like there's always a TV on because I like the background. And, I can't even go to sleep without the TV.
Yeah,
I probably can, but I don't like to.
yeah,
But yeah, man, like I feel like there always has to be like some noise or something. But it gets tedious right there in front of your computer all
oh
fucking
yeah.
freaking day.
And you don't want something that's too much. Like you don't want to
Yeah.
be too.
I don't want to have to tune in.
Exactly.
I don't want to have to tune in.
One time I was editing. I don't even remember what I was editing, but I had a TV right up here, and I put on "Don't Look Up." Have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
It's got Leo, and I was like, I'm just.
It's
gonna,
a weird movie, right?
It's I guess weird. It's a good one. It's so good that I didn't get any editing done. I turned it on. I was like, and eventually I'm just sitting there watching it. Like I can't do this. I have to edit. But I watched the whole thing. It was a great movie. I absolutely loved it. Adam. Oh, I can't remember his name. The writer. I was just like. Okay, I need something less engaging.
There's
than
certain
this.
shows I'll get into. I'm getting older now, so I'm watching a lot of history stuff.
Yeah, like World War.
like I
you
watched
getting
the
into World
Bin-
War.
No, like the Bin Laden stuff, which isn't like super old history,
Right.
but is my lifetime, you know, and like stuff I remember a lot about 9/11 and stuff like that. So I watch like that. I'll watch like watch like World War III stuff every now and
World
again.
War Three.
World War II, sorry.
Oh my God!
Shut up. The world. I want.
It kind of scared me.
But yeah, I'll watch like a lot of that shit. But
Yeah.
my wife likes a lot of murder mystery stuff.
Like the docu-series on.
Yeah. I mean, there's just the dumbest names too. It's like country murders or something,
Right.
you know. But like,
They're fascinating.
Sometimes I'll be like, didn't we already watch this one?
Yeah,
Another one.
right.
Now it's on this one. But yeah, like the 30 for 30s are cool. Sports documentaries.
Sports
are super
documentaries
awesome.
are awesome.
They're awesome.
It doesn't even matter what sport.
No.
Like I used to be like, oh, it's F1 racing or something.
Netflix
Like I don't
has
care.
a new Brett Favre one I haven't watched yet.
Did you watch Aaron Rodgers one? The
No, I
documentary?
haven't. No.
I watched the first 15 and I thought, this is great. I was charging the Tesla and it got charged, so I left. But I thought it was like, this is something I'm going to watch.
I have not watched it.
I think you'd like it. Yeah. If you like sports
He's an
documentaries.
oddball.
That's why you'd like it, because he's doing ayahuasca and he's
Oh,
doing like
Jesus.
all his meditations
I
and
watched
stuff.
the Paul brothers do that, or Jake Paul do it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Because they have their own Max show
Okay.
on HBO Max.
And they
or
filmed
whatever.
his experience?
Yeah, him and his
Oh.
dad went and did
Oh, that's cool.
ayahuasca or whatever.
Did they do it with Aubrey Marcus? From the owner of On It, or the previous owner of On It?
No, I don't know.
I bet so. Because they took a picture at Burning Man together. Him and Aubrey, and Aubrey's big ayahuasca guy.
I don't know anything about ayahuasca. I've just seen.
I have some in the fridge.
I've
if
seen
you
popular people do it.
Yeah.
Or well, stars or whatever.
Yeah.
It's probably too expensive for me.
I think the place in Florida, Soul.
But it's because you go for like a
Soul
whole
Quest
3
or
days
whatever.
or something.
Yeah, the experience is not pleasant. Like Casey, my brother, did it. He walked to Boulder, Colorado from Wichita, Kansas, and then did a 3-day ayahuasca session. And his story is like, by the time he got done telling me the experience, I was like, I don't want to do that. Like he shit his pants 9 times on the second night.
Are you supposed to say that on there? Has he talked about this on the podcast?
Oh yeah,
Lord.
it was a 6-hour podcast that he talked
God.
about. Well, part 1 is his walk, and part 2 is the
Dude,
ceremony.
no way. Like that doesn't sound appealing to me.
Shitting your pants 9 times?
Just no.
Me neither. And vomiting
Yeah, it's just not.
uncontrollably.
Like, yeah, it just doesn't sound fun.
But the part that kind of gets you is like the insight part. Like after you wade through all the pain and suffering and all that, then there's like this revelation of, like his experiences, like he was talking about. He said at one point he had like a Rolodex above him that he could spin, and it was all the moments of his life, and he could go anywhere. He couldn't go forward from where he was, but he could go all the way back to birth. And he said he played with it for a little bit, and finally that we'll just say Mother Ayahuasca or whatever, like took him to a specific one, and he was like, "Why am I here?" I thought it was a moment with an ex-girlfriend. He was like, why am I here? I thought I was past this. I don't have any ill will towards this woman, but there was something there that he needed to deal with. And so then he kind of worked through it. But just imagine having a whole Rolodex of your life that you could go back. And he said it was as real as, you and me. So there's those moments, but then there's also the violent vomiting. You can't walk because you're like so out of it. And it's like, I got to shit again, I don't know. Sounds intense.
It sounds intense.
I'll do it one day. Because he did it, and it's like I gotta,
You want to experience?
Yeah, I want to be able to
shit your pants.
I don't want to shit my pants. Yeah. You have to have a special diet for like at least 2 weeks. There's no salt. There's no sugar. There's no alcohol.
Your brother
there's
messed that diet up, didn't he?
No, he did perfect because he's walking on the road. He's walking from
Gotcha.
Wichita to Boulder, so it's like it's easy for him. No caffeine.
How the hell do you walk from Wichita to Boulder? You just walk down the highway, or
Pretty
what?
much, yeah. He had a tent, so he'd walk down the highway.
There's a bunch of people doing this.
No, he just did that by himself. He told me, he's like, "Hey, I'm leaving today. I'm gonna walk to Boulder." Like, okay.
You and your brother are some Vikings, man.
He's done some crazy shit. Like there was once where it was a Thursday, and he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in Alaska by this weekend." And sure as shit, a couple days later, he's in Seattle, flying to Alaska, and within the next day, he's on a fishing boat in the Bering Strait, fishing for I forget, whatever the fish.
And he's never done
that
it
McDonald's.
before.
No, he found a fucking thing on Craigslist. He signed up on Craigslist or whatever, and I think he had one interview with him, and then all of a sudden he's in Alaska fishing for whatever the fish is used for the Mick fish fillet thing or whatever at McDonald's. He's on a 100-foot boat in the Bering Sea,
Damn.
fishing for these fish. Like that's kind of stuff that he'll do. So him walking to Boulder is like, okay, go for it, dude. What can I do? What can I do for you? You know, like, but yeah.
You sure you don't want to ride?
Yeah, he got a few rides. You know, he got.
That's cool though. It's an experience, man. Like, yeah, I got something like that. I just went to Tijuana and.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Just
lived there for like 6 months.
What?
Yeah.
Just got it up here.
Well, like you used to be able to like go from California, you park your car in San Ysidro, which is like right by Mexico.
Okay.
Park your car in San Ysidro and then walk across the border. No problem. Just get your ID, whatever. And actually, they didn't even ask for it on the way there. I don't think. Just on the way back.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So we went down there and like just partied down there for like. It was more like 4 months.
Oh, you partied for 4 months?
Yeah.
God damn.
Just partied and like lived and like.
Where'd you live?
I'd work like those like 1 day jobs or whatever
gigs here.
Yeah,
and there.
and then get paid at the end of the day and then just go party.
Like what? Like moving boxes or
no,
something?
you do like
or?
construction. You do like
construction.
asphalt and
Okay.
Or you'd be helping with like asphalt crews or just stand there and hold a sign.
How
that was
old were
mainly
you?
What I do. I was 19.
Oh, okay. So you're a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a kid.
And like, are you going to a bar to party or like
a bar, like a 3-story bar.
Oh, okay. So it's like
awesome, man.
like a Nashville type of setup.
Oh, yeah,
like a big,
for sure.
Okay.
And it wasn't like super crazy back then. Like, yeah, the cops would mess with you every now and again, but if you had a 20 spot in your pocket and you gave them $20 or $100, they would leave you alone.
Is that what they're wanting to mess with you for? Like they want money?
Yeah.
They're like, it's this stupid American.
Yeah. That's all they want.
Oh, okay.
And like, honestly, like my worst problem there was just seeing the homeless people and like it being kids and then being like asking for money. And like, I don't even know if they were homeless to be honest, but like, man, it's like you're watching kids ask for money. You know, like you're used to adults doing it. Like, you know, here
get
at
a
the
job.
stoplight. Yeah, but man,
you can't say that to a
do
kid.
It's tough. You have to say no to a kid.
Yeah,
you're gonna give out all your money. You know, if not, you'll give out all of it.
Did you go down there with friends?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, the Mangolds actually.
Oh, nice.
Mangles.
Are you guys all doing construction stuff during the day and then just partying?
And we do the same thing in San Diego too. We do we go to PinMac or whatever it was called and fucking just do day work and then get paid at the end of the day. And like, we were kids, so it just didn't really have like an actual like responsibilities. Man, it was crazy. I'd never do it again, but
right, can't do it today.
No, hell no. Can't do anything that you used to be able to do, man.
Yeah. Casey talks about one of his best summers ever was when he was probably 15, 16 years old. Just got this truck, a Ford F-150, and he was working at Walmart. And he'd get his paycheck. And he's like, I didn't save a dime that summer. Like, I went out with friends. I went out with girls. I spent every single piece of money that I had on food, fireworks, whatever, you know. And I got to the end of the summer, and I literally had $0 in my bank account. But he's like, that was the best summer of my life.
It's fun, man.
Yeah,
it's fun to be a kid. Like, I wish I could go back and be a kid again. You know what I mean?
Of course.
There's a lot of things I'd do differently, but there's a lot of things I'd keep the same. You know?
No.
So,
you don't really know it when you're there because you've never been an adult. So
damn near 40 now. So it's like there's a lot of things I would, mainly from the time I was 14 to 20. There's a lot of things that I'd be like, ooh, you know, I probably should have done that, or I wish I could have changed this part or aspect. How would that? But man, like my life is great. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like everyone has issues, right? Like, but my life is great, man. I got 3 boys. I got a wife that's very supportive. And when you have like a wife that supports shit like MMA, like, you know, like that's what it's all about. Like she fucking fully supports what I do. Sometimes it's tough because it's like, it's feast or famine, right? It's like construction work. Sometimes it's doing great and sometimes it's not. To have like somebody like that to support you is everything in life. Like everything. Like that's my best friend. Like literally I'm working and like she's right here working. Yeah. Like working on her own shit. Like we all day long. Yeah. Like literally we're like we are together all the time. Yeah. And we don't like nobody watches our kids, so it's just us with our kids all the time. I mean, yeah, we do have like family that watches our kids every now and again, but for the most part, like we're the only family in the town we live in. Yeah. I mean, her family's close in Columbus and like my family's in Mount Vernon. So we're all kind of close, but man, just to have that support. And she's been there literally since forever, really forever.
Since the beginning.
Yeah, since the beginning of it. Yep.
I mean, just imagine how hard it is now. And imagine if she wasn't supportive.
Oh, dude.
It's impossible. No. Synergy wouldn't exist.
It wouldn't. You know, she changed my life. Like, from doing drugs to not. Like, that quick. Like, it was like oh, shit. It's time to be responsible. And be, especially when my wife got pregnant. Right. Like, it was like, oh shit, I'm a dad now. Like it was from right then when she said she was pregnant. Right. I was like, I'm a dad now. And
I felt the shift.
I had a dad, and he was a cool dad. He was more like the dad, like he caught me smoking weed and was like,
let me have a hit.
Let me have a hit. And I'm not like that. I think I'm a cool dad, but not like as like friendly as my dad was. I'm more of like, I'm cool to an extent. Right. So like Trace is 17. He works cage crew and he'll cuss. Oh yeah, and I'll get on to him, and sometimes he don't understand why. I'm like, at the end of the day, I still have to be your father. Right, that's tough. I still have to be your dad. Yeah, like you're with the guys right now, but first of all, what was the point of the F-bomb right there?
It wasn't used very well.
It wasn't even used right. Yeah. And second of all, like, I'm still your dad, and I still got to be that. Right. And like, so like even like going to the zoo yesterday for me was like a grateful thing because like I didn't fucking have that. I didn't have my parents trying to go to school shit for me. So like I do most of sports stuff. My wife does most of school stuff. You know what I mean? Like for the boys or whatever. But like I didn't have that shit growing up. So like for me to change the cycle and give them that. And sometimes I'm not the best dad because I'm also like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You know, especially my 17-year-old or as they get older, it's like, hey, what are you doing? You know, but they also have a dad who's had a lot of experience, who's been to prison, who's changed from that to, you know, owning a fucking MMA promotion and doing good shit for people and trying to keep other people out of trouble and, you know, counseling a lot of people too to try to keep them on the right path, you know, and especially in like in the gym and, you know, especially these younger dudes who still kind of have that street mentality. Like for me to give them a little piece of knowledge, they might not listen to it, but I do have that knowledge. Like I do have a lot of life experience. And then there's older people that have more life experience than me and that I go to, you know, because shit, you need that.
Yeah, that's good.
There's a lot of guys in the gym I go to that are older than me. Like, hey, having some trouble here. What should I, you know? It's cool to have that. We have that brotherhood through combat sports.
Yeah. I
don't know.
It's part of the brotherhood that you can't really get anywhere else.
No.
Like, I can't just walk up and shake your hand and be like, let's talk. But if we roll and try to kill each other and and you get me and I'm like, that's amazing. And then I get you and how'd you do that? And I don't know how many times I've sat with someone after that sparring.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day for me.
Yeah. And you say, how are things going? And what comes out of that man most of the time is unbelievable. Like you would have never been able to get him to talk like that unless I would have tried to choke him out.
It's like sometimes I tell coach, I'm like, man, you got to be a coach, but you also got to be a shrink too.
Absolutely.
Do this, like for sure.
Especially him. I mean, he does it so well. Yeah. I've seen him navigate some tough situations.
Oh, for sure.
Where I'm thinking, I don't know what I would have done. I was just get the fuck out of here because that's the easy way. But he doesn't. You know, he handles it, and everybody comes out better for it.
Him and Zach are kind of the same in that aspect. To where like I've never seen Zach like angry. Like I've seen him mad.
I've seen him annoyed.
But never angry and never like ill will towards anyone. Even when people have done him dirty, he still has kind of a whatever, you know, type attitude. Right. I'm not like that. Like I'm a fucking hothead sometimes. I'll say some shit and be like, damn, maybe I should delete that. Oh yeah. You know, like damn, maybe I should maybe I shouldn't have said that. But
emotional.
Yeah, I'm like I'm just transparent to like when I need to not be so forthcoming.
Right. So reactive. I'm that way a lot too.
Yeah, especially if I feel like you fucking like did me dirty, then I'm like, but I'll say it and then be over it.
Yeah.
Hey, I apologize. Maybe I came off a little too hot.
Yeah, that's good because even if you do, you know, trespass or whatever, you acknowledge it.
Oh yeah,
and that's what people don't do.
Yeah, you have to.
They don't say,
accept and acknowledge I fucked up.
which is huge.
And that's what I tell my kids. I'm like, just accept it.
Yes.
It's okay. Like, you know, like
everybody does it.
Tank got in trouble at school, came to the gym. Andrew was on him. He was like, I'm embarrassed. Like, it's okay. Yeah. You should be embarrassed.
You should.
And it's okay to feel that way.
It's like, and it is okay. And then that sort of setting in that gym, it's like, it's okay. This is a safe space to be embarrassed.
Yeah.
We want you to do better.
Yeah. All these people have known you your whole life.
Yeah.
So it's like that. You know?
That's a good feeling. If you weren't, then we'd have something to think like, why are you not feeling bad about what you did? But it's like, oh, I feel bad that I did this thing. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah, Tank is just like his dad, so like sometimes I'm like trying to discipline the me out of him, you know.
That's got to be trippy.
It's just
to like recognize yourself.
I'm like, damn, that was me when I was a kid.
Yeah,
oh man,
right?
Woo!
Yeah,
but you know, I love it. I love it. I mean, I love my kids to death, and like being a dad is the coolest shit ever.
Yeah,
like, it is what it is. But man, I love it. Like you just see them, like Tracy's about to be a senior in high school. It's like, damn, one more year, you know. Hopefully he stays in it. Like, it's like when as they're growing up and they're kind of a pain in the ass, sometimes you're like, man, I wish they move out when they're 18 and it's like getting closer. I'm like, oh man, I don't really want him to go nowhere.
Yeah.
He has like a whole plan, but man, I don't want him to go nowhere, you know.
Right.
But he has like Air Force plans and plans for next year, and like, damn, I'm just like, oh man, it's not could not be long before he's out the door.
Yeah,
better fucking cherish this time.
Yeah, right. It'll be your next challenge as a father. You know, like you've raised them, you've guided them. Now it's release.
Yeah,
which is
I know he's
so
gonna be
tough.
good, man. He's such a fucking good kid,
He's
man.
a good
He really
kid.
is a good kid. He's got it planned out.
It's good.
You don't have to go to the, you know. I'm not really like the type of dad that's like, but. You know, or like I would always say stuff and like people would be like, well, why do you want to do that? Or and I'm just more like, oh, you could do that.
Oh yeah,
you could do that.
Right.
Or how come you want to do that?
Yeah.
Fucking just do it. Do what you want.
Right.
You know, I mean, obviously don't do what you want, but like you have a good plan.
Yeah.
You'll make it.
Right. Rather than questioning it, you're supporting it.
Yeah.
Like this is possible.
I always had that. I always had
the question.
Question.
Which is kind of like a secret way to.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a secret way to not support. Like you're doubting. It's like a doubt.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you're going to go to California?
Yeah. Why do you want to do that? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I just want to. You know.
Yeah, I just want to experience life.
Yeah.
You know? And that's him too. I don't think he'll ever move out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Even though as much as he said it, but I think he'll go experience the world for sure. Like he's like he wants to do the Air Force, cool, or. He's kind of went back and forth between, but he wants to do some sort of armed forces,
military type setup.
He just wants that.
Yeah,
he wants it.
It's a great path to pursue.
Yeah, it's a great
lots
path,
of opportunity.
He's so freaking smart too. You know,
yeah.
Kid's freaking just a genius, man.
Yeah,
for real.
Is
Like,
he?
when it comes to math, man. Like I'm like looking at his homework, like I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, right.
And it's all
good
different.
luck.
And it's all different than what we did too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, I'm already like struggling. I'm like, oh my god.
Don't
I
ask
can help
me.
you read. I can help you do other stuff, but math, I'm not the guy.
Yeah,
Just not the guy. But
yeah. That's good that he's good at that.
yeah, he's good at that shit. So yeah, man,
He'll be fine.
I love being a dad, man. It is cool. It's cool, and it's I get to not make all the mistakes that my parents made.
Yeah.
So
are you conscious of those? Like,
oh yeah.
You're like aware, like don't do that.
Yeah, I am. I do see myself like fall into it every now and again. Like I'll raise my voice or yell at my kids a little bit, but I mean,
catch it quickly.
Yeah. Like I was beat. Like my stepdad used to like beat me with a bullwhip, with like, dude, anything he can get his freaking hands on, right? So like, I'll yell sometimes, but I'll never spank them. Or like, if I do, it's very like, which all my kids are old enough to where like, you don't need to spank them now.
Yeah.
But like when I did, it was like, I never took it overboard. You know what I'm saying? And I was always very conscious of that. Very conscious of that. Because I never wanted for them to feel any type of way. And sometimes when I yell, I'm like, ooh, I'm sorry, I apologize. You know, I'll apologize to them. But yeah, man, like I'll never take it to where I got.
Yeah.
I fucking got beat, bro, like bad.
That's good.
Like that's the reason why like I have like this. I haven't talked to my mom in probably I'm 40 years old. I haven't talked to my mom in almost 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, since I was 18.
Wow. Since you left.
No, I actually went back when I was
okay.
18 to see her or whatever, see my family out there.
Is she still alive?
I think
so.
Yeah, I just haven't. I don't know.
Because of your upbringing?
Because she let it happen so much, right? Like,
right.
and I get it, like sometimes people fall into that, but like, she let it happen to me, so I don't speak to her, and I just haven't for that many years. Like sometimes I'm like, man, I should call her, and like, but I don't forgive her. I don't, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to like call and have a conversation or whatever.
Right.
I don't even know what her, like, I wouldn't even know how to contact
Find her, yeah.
I'm sure someone in my family could.
Yeah, right.
But I just prefer not to. I don't know.
I think it's good that you're honest with yourself. Like,
Yeah.
you should forgive her. Like, well, I can't. I think that's fine.
It's just hard to, right? It's
I bet.
It's just
I
hard
bet.
to, when somebody lets you get abused,
That's
it's
supposed
like,
to be your protector.
Yeah, and that's what my dad, like, even though my dad was like on drugs and stuff, that's one thing about my dad is the moment he found out about that, I was out. Like I was out. I mean, he had to go through proper channels to get me out, which took forever.
Yeah.
Like years.
Oh.
Years. So like, yeah, so like basically I went from getting beat to like group homes and then foster homes before that my dad could show like I'm ready to be a father, I guess.
Oh.
And then that's when they sent me out here to Missouri.
Okay.
And then I started living like life like probably should,
Like a little more normal.
Yeah, more normal. I had family and like not living in like group homes with a bunch of badass kids and teens, and like I think that's one of the reasons why I became such a badass kid was because I was just
Around it.
Yeah. And it was just like, okay.
Well, you have to survive, right?
Yeah.
So, and in that setting, I would imagine the only way to survive would be to match their aggression
Craziness.
or craziness. Yeah.
Craziness.
Right.
So like I just try my best as a father to not go into any of those things, and like, I don't know, man. I just being a father is cool as fuck.
Yeah. I think you do a great job at it, and you can see that by the way your kids treat you, and by the way the kids treat other people, and that just speaks volumes on the parental influence on their life. So I think you do a great job.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife does a great job.
And
I'll give it up to her.
The
for
good
real.
team, it's got to be the push and pull, and
it is, man. And we've been fucking a team forever, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, since basically we were out of high school at least. So since I was like 21, really.
Right, that's a ride or die right there.
It is. Yeah. It is. We've known each other more than we haven't,
Yeah.
That's
a weird.
part.
That's got to be a weird.
It's crazy. We've known each other since high school.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's a weird. It's just crazy to think about. It's like I posted about our kids, like, oh, one's going to 3rd grade and one's going to 8th grade and one's going to be a senior. Like, we were just having a baby not too long ago, like time really does fly.
Absolutely.
It does. Like, I mean, it feels like I was doing a podcast with you not too long ago, but really it was 10 shows ago.
Right.
Over, It's
right.
like, wow. We've grown a lot.
Yep. You got to pay attention.
We've grown a lot quick. And the growing's not over. For Synergy, it's definitely not. And for, life, I don't know, man. It's cool.
I agree. Student of life, always learning, always growing, always.
There's always new shit
evolving.
Out there.
Yeah. Whether it's being a dad or being a promoter or jiu-jitsu, there's
new
always
graphics,
another belt.
New this, new that. Yeah, man. It's like always improving. I think that's what you got to do in life in order to just to live.
Absolutely.
Like, there's so many people that live that aren't really living, right?
Zombies.
Yeah.
Because if you're not improving, if you're static, you're dead. Movement is life. Development is life.
It's a must too.
It's a must.
It's a must. You got to have it.
You have to have that thing that draws you forward, and then that pulls you forward in order, like you said, you probably wake up every day and your first thought is, I love my wife, I love my kids. Who should fight this guy?
Yeah.
And that gives you purpose and drive and meaning. Because if you remove that,
it's on my mind constantly.
Right.
Who's gonna fight who? And once it's not on my mind, I'm like, oh shit.
Well, then you probably switch to, how can we make the show better? How can we make it bigger? Who can we bring in to do this or that? Like,
it's exactly. And when I don't get the matchups I want, I beat myself up about it.
Yeah.
It's just like anyone, right? With their craft, they're gonna beat themselves up about it. Like
the biggest critic is probably you.
Yeah, like last show I couldn't get Dalen an opponent.
Yeah.
Right? It's just shit didn't work out, right?
Sure.
So it was like, man, I beat myself up about it. I really like to get him on the next card, but it may not happen. You just never know, right? So you just, it's just ever improving. And that's what it's all about. And I think that I think this next year, and honestly, the next 4 shows will really show something.
Yeah.
I think we're going to show something different. I think the production value of even like the streaming is going to get better.
Nice.
Everything, yeah.
Good.
New cameras, new this, new that. Like, just bringing more stuff on is important.
Yeah. That's good. I'm excited for it, dude.
Me too.
We did 3 hours. We're at 2:48.
Damn, son.
How many missed calls do you have?
Just messages.
Just how many thousands of messages do you have? Oh my God. Sometimes my messenger gets kicked over to the Synergy because you put me on there as editor or something. And I'm like, oh, go back. I can't answer these people. I don't know what they want.
Most of the people that actually message us, I don't even mess with.
Oh, really?
Oh, because it's like, I don't have a gym that I'm training at, but I'd like to fight. It's like, I always try to like point him in the right direction. Like, bro, you got to have a gym.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the first person that's going to back out.
I can't. Yeah, no joke.
It's like, you got to have a gym, man. Like, I rarely, if ever, use an independent fighter.
What about the last main card? Forget his name, but the choked out Clem. Because he has a
from
gym.
Jackson Wink. Yeah, but he don't really. Yeah,
he just walked out by himself.
He kind of trains with a bunch of people in Oklahoma, and actually he trains at Jackson Wink.
Okay,
but not all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, he didn't have a corner. Even when he sent me the corner list, or like, hey, who are you cornering? He didn't know who his corner was till the day of the fight. And I think Mossberg was like, I'll corner you, you know?
I think he went up. Mossberg said he went up to him and was like, hey, can you be my... He's like, oh, okay. Because he walked out and immediately went to the corner.
Yeah, he told me.
And immediately left.
Yeah, at weigh-ins, he didn't even have nobody with him.
Oh, wow.
Like, it was like him, and then like he knew other people that were fighting on the card. And that's like, but yeah, he just, he came by himself. He was just coming by himself. He was going to fight by himself. He was going to, however.
Just a Ronin.
He was ready to fight.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he was ready to fight. And honestly, he had a lot of tough matchups to that 50-50 matchup that he got, A lot of tough matchups.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And like, honestly, he's in my inbox all the time.
Nice.
Since the win. And was like, hey, you got anything for June 21st? Like,
nice.
I don't know.
Not yet. I'll let you know.
Not yet, yeah. But like, he's on my ass about a fight.
Yeah,
so
good.
I love that, though. I
Yeah.
love that. People that are like persistent about it.
Yeah.
Hey, they're going to show up, unless something crazy happens. He's going to show up.
Yeah, you want the reliable fighter. You know, you don't want the guy that's always flaking out.
And Jared McLaughlin is a reliable fighter.
Yeah.
He's professional to a T, man. Like, he got all of his stuff done. Yeah, man. Those are the type of people you want in your cage.
Hell yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's good. You need them. You need them. Sick. Well, we got Synergy 21, June 21st.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It is kind of weird.
How'd you do that?
I don't know, but it is weird.
Nice.
It kind of freaks me out a little bit.
I didn't actually put those together.
When I'm writing it on the page, I'm always like, oh.
Double checking.
Yeah, we got Synergy 21, June 21st, Memorial Hall in Kansas City. Then after that, we take a little break during the summer. Now, we might throw something in there, but MMA-wise, September 20th in Springfield will be the next one. So after the summer, kind of. Yeah, man, that one already, let me tell you, is a banger.
September?
Yes. I already have fights. I'm working a card ahead right now.
Yeah.
Because I want that one to be one of our best ones.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make it.
Everybody's back in school, back to work, summer vacation's over.
Yep. And hopefully Zarek Zumwalt will be on there.
Oh, that'll be...
Dalen Loon's foot will be on there.
Okay.
Put two and two together, maybe that fight happens.
Zarek fights Dalen? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
That's a fight.
I don't know how that would be insane.
That's the fight that's going to happen.
Oh wow.
I have a few other fights too that are already kind of on in works or whatever. So, dude, that card though is going to. I mean, Kansas City's going to be great, but I'm trying to work ahead a little bit. That one's going to be killer.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, that's going to be a sick show.
Yeah.
But first, June 21st.
Yeah, and bare knuckle. Bare knuckle.
We got the bare knuckle.
Yeah. Bare knuckle's going to be fun. And what else comes out from that one in the next few days is going to be awesome.
Oh, sick. Okay. Looking forward to that.
Yeah,
You have to tell me off air.
I don't even know.
Oh, you don't?
I don't know
You have
yet.
things have to come together.
Yeah. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
I just want 1 or 2 more pro fights.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Sick.
But I won't
sure
be
you'll-
satisfied until I get 1 or 2 more pro
Right.
fights on there.
I'm
But
sure you can make it happen.
20 fights is a lot. So
Yep. I'm staying in the hotel if it's 20 fights. I'm not driving back.
I will
that
get
night.
you a hotel, sir.
I appreciate it because sometimes you forget. But anyway, just that one time. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate you coming on. Always enjoy talking
anytime,
to you. Yeah.
anytime we'll get Zach on here next time.
I would love to. Yeah, I'd love to talk to Zach, and one of these days we'll have to do like a synergy show. Get a whole
Yeah.
bunch of 4 or 5 mics in here and just I'm
cool
shoot the
with
shit.
it.
Be cool.
Can we call people?
We should call people.
Ooh, we can
I've
do
never
that.
done that before, but I'm sure we could.
Okay, cool.
Put up we'd have to stream it live or something.
It would just be easier because the guys that are like away or whatever.
Oh
that'd be
yeah.
fun.
Actually, I can do that. I have a thing called Riverside, and they could FaceTime in, and then you could just talk to fighters from wherever they
that's
are,
sweet.
and it's linked up. Yeah, it is super. It records natively like on their phone, so it's high quality. Then it uploads to the cloud, and then I pull it from the cloud, so there's no compression on the video, so it's high quality.
Awesome.
Yeah. Anyway. I'm proud of you. Thanks for coming on. You're doing
thank
great
you, brother.
things. Thank you for including me and letting me be a part of Synergy and
Always.
part of the evolution. It's been fun to be on the ride. So
Thank you, sir.
thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Yep. Thanks for listening to Sci-Fi and Friends episode number 89. Almost there to big 100. Get your tickets for Synergy 21. Nitro?
Synergyfights.com.
Synergyfights.com. And then if they want to watch a pay-per-view,
Watch live on spectationsports.com. You can also just go to synergyfights.com. Make it easy. Everything's right there.
there you go. You can either show up to Kansas City or you can watch it in the leisure of your own home. So either way, check it out. It's going to be an awesome show, and then one in September too. So awesome. Thanks for listening. Chris, thank you. Everybody, have a great week. Peace.
Peace.
I don't need nobody else. I got myself. I gotta crash and fall and struggle on my own and stand back up so I can grow out of feeling alone. I don't need nobody else. I got myself. I gotta crash and fall and struggle on my own and stand back up so I can grow out of feeling alone. I don't need nobody else. I got myself. I gotta crash and fall and struggle on my own and stand back up so I
Sci-Fi wins.